You can start talking. It'll be delayed.
Okay. All right. Looks like we're live. We're back on track.
We are. Yeah.
Sweet.
Sorry about the delay, guys. That was basically my fault, not Fourth Tavern podcast.
Are we sure about that?
I blame YouTube. It's all YouTube's fault.
I mean, honestly, I think it was the transition between the past live stream and the new live stream. That's all it was, I'm sure. But you know, we got it now. We're in the right direction.
Yeah. All right. So we're the Fourth Tavern podcast. My name's Justin, and I have my fellow Taviran with me, Mark.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And we're excited to be here. We've been watching some of the stream earlier, saw some of the other podcast hosts and watched their content. And we're excited to be here. So thanks for setting this up, Joe and Tom, and inviting us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. I'm going to say goodbye now that we're all good.
Yeah.
Good show, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining, and goodbye.
Yep. See ya.
See ya.
All right. You gonna stick around too,
I'll bow
Joe?
out.
Or?
I'll bow in like 2 minutes to make sure you guys are good. Keep going.
Okay. Cool. So our podcast, we've been doing full-time Wheel of Time podcast episodes since I think it was November 2018 is when we started. We have our main podcast show, The Credible Nerds, and we do a Wheel of Time episode here and there. And then once they started talking about the Amazon Prime series, we decided, hey, we want to do this more often. We want to be involved with this show because we're excited. And so we started the Fourth Tavern podcast on the side. So, and I think for us, the Wheel of Time holds a special place in our heart because Mark and I, if you don't know, we're brother-in-laws, and I'm married to his sister. And one of the first times that we met, we were talking about stuff we liked, and we both were talking about the Wheel of Time. And so ever since then, we just kind of connected on the Wheel of Time. And I think that was like book 8 or 9 had come out about the time that we met. So as subsequent books came out, we would just keep talking about them. We'd read them and discuss them. So we were excited about that whole series. And when Brandon Sanderson took over the series and started writing the last 3 books, he would have those launch parties at BYU and Provo. And we were excited because we live close by. We're in Utah as well. And so he would have those book release parties. Everybody would go camp out and get in line and, get ready for the new release. And so we would go to those and meet up with fellow fans, Wheel of Time fans, and talk with them and just kind of nerd out with every one of them. And it was a great time. It was freezing cold because they always happen to be in November for some reason. But we had a great time just camping out in the snow and talking Wheel of Time with everybody.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was definitely fun to meet people from across the country, right? We got to meet just some of the biggest fans that you could ever imagine. And it was freezing. It was probably zero degrees or less at night. Yeah. And the second 6 a.m., hit and they opened up that bookstore, we were inside sleeping on the ground. So it was an adventure. We were there for about a week. It was a lot of fun. But it was worth it. You got to meet a lot of people, got to meet Brandon Sanderson. We met Harriet. She came out for the final book signing, and it was a lot of fun. So it's just something we've enjoyed doing for quite a while now.
Yeah. And for our podcast, we've been doing a book review, a chapter review, and we also do like a topic review. We've reviewed the Aes Sedai. We've talked about the different Ajas, the White Tower. We've talked about the Terra Angreal, Sangreal. So just different topics throughout the episodes. And so that's what we're going to do this time. We did talk about maybe doing a chapter review, but we came up with this idea where we're going to talk about the great captains, the great generals of the Third Age, and a little bit of the other ones like Arthur Hawkwing and those type of military leaders. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and then if we have some extra time, we're going to delve into the one power versus the true power. What are the differences? There's one's from the dark one, one's from the creator, so obviously they're different. But we'll start off with the great captains, and that's Mark's specialty. So I'll turn the time over to him and let him run with this one.
All right.
Before we start, which one of you guys needs to be the host, and then I'll dip out and let you guys do your thing?
I can be the host.
Okay. Have fun. Also raise a lot of money for charity, and also thanks for being on the podcast-athon with all of us. Just pass the hosting abilities to the next podcast, and you guys are good to go.
All right. Thanks.
All right. See you guys.
All right, Mark, you're up.
All right. So we want to talk about the great captains. There's 5 great captains of the Third Age. That's kind of what we know. We have Davram, and forgive me on name pronunciation. Okay, I'm horrible at it, and I've read the books for years, and so I have my own way I say it, regardless of what the encyclopedias say. So I apologize. So we have Davram Bashir, Gareth Bryn, Rodale Iturralde, Agomar Jagged, and Pedro Nile. So we're going to start off talking about Davram Bashir. He's probably, I would say, the most well-known of the 5 great captains. They're called great captains, but really they're generals of their own lands. But they're pretty much considered the greatest military minds of the Third Age, late Third Age. So Davram Bashir, he comes from Saldia. He is a martial general and uncle to the Queen Tenobia, and father of one of my least favorite characters in the books. But
you're talking Fail, right?
Yeah, Fail. Perrin is a hero to do that. So
he's a strong man.
You have to be Taverin for that. So, so I apologize. I got to get my bearings right again. So he's been a general for some time now. He did not participate in the Io War. I found that interesting, actually, being one of the great captains of the time. But everything I looked at, I did some research on this. I looked in the White Book, the Black Book, the books, and there's just nothing about him being in the Io War at all. I guess his country didn't even send an army to the war, so he was never given a chance to lead there. But prior to serving Rand, by all reports, he only ever lost one battle to Mazrim Taim, and that's it. And so he was very effective general. His land was on the borderlands, so you can assume that he fought many battles against Trollocs and all sorts of things. I don't think it ever mentions that he was a sword master. Do you know, or a blade master?
Bashir? No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So he never was one, which I kind of found interesting because it seemed that, especially in the last book, that Demon Jed kind of linked the two together, right? You were a good general if you were good at swords. Mm-hmm. And so he serves Rand in multiple capacities. Rand trusts him as a military advisor, as an advisor. He leaves him as, a governor pretty much of Andor until Elaine returns. So he was, very well respected for what he brought to the table. He came up with the strategy to hound the largest Yanchan force to take Ilion. He was one of only 3 people that knew. And when Rand is injured, I think he was shot by a bow, he brings the army together and routs the Yanchan army. So he was really effective at what he did. I'm just naming some exploits of what he does. So I'm just going down a list here. he saves Rodel Tiraldi at Meridon and pushes back the Trollocs until Rand comes in and pretty much wipes everyone out. And he's given command of Elaine's army to defeat the Trollocs. How do you say this? I say Camelin, but what do you say?
Yeah, Camelin.
Okay, perfect. Camelin. And then he does almost lead Elaine's army to destruction, but it was saved and caught by Matt, I believe. And it was because of the compulsion.
Yeah.
So, and then he died. He met his death finally at the field of Marilor during a cavalry charge during the last battle. So, I mean, he's been around a bit. We don't really know their exploits ahead of time. I wish we did, because I'd like to see his resume before, but his resume just now is great. I mean, what do you think, Justin? Are you thinking this is a great general?
Yeah, I think it would be good to have his backstory, a little bit more of that, the battles he's fought and won, and just his strategies. But he shows up probably in the middle of the series, I think. And he's involved with all the planning and all the organizing of the armies for the last battle, and so he definitely has some clout. So I think he's earned his title as one of the great generals, one of the great captains. So that's unfortunate that he ended up the way he did, as far as falling to the compulsion and just kind of falling flat on his face there at the end. That's too bad, because he did a really great job up until that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was great. I remember being bummed when he died. He was just one of my more favorite characters, I guess, secondary characters. I don't think he was ever would be considered a main character at all, by all means. But I remember being like, oh man, we lost, Davram went down, that's a, big, powerful supporting character. And, when you lose characters like that, you can see things are getting grim.
Yeah.
So, perfect. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Good general, bad general? It's hard to say. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to say he was horrible, but do you agree he's a great captain? I don't know. We'll move on. So we got Gareth Bryn next, is who I brought. He's from Andor.
I think he's my favorite captain.
He's your favorite?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think because we read more about him and he's more involved. But yeah, I like him.
Yeah, he's pretty well liked. He's around from the very beginning, right? We meet him in book. We're meeting him in book one, and we read about him all the way through. He is Captain General of the Queen's Guards for the Andoran Army. He serves as the first prince of the sword for Queen. I don't know how to say this, so forgive me. Queen Mordrellin and Morgaze.
Yeah.
So he served in a high capacity for a long time. He is a blade master. I did find that out. So he does carry a Heron Mark blade. So he's very well versed in single combat as well as, leading armies. Now, this one's kind of weird. This is kind of his resume. The Aiel War, we're not really sure. And maybe if there's anyone out there with this information, it would be awesome to hear about it. But it's kind of weird. So he would have been first prince and the captain general during the Aiel War. But in the White Book, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the World of Robert Jordan, The Wheel of Time, the White Book, it states that Aaron Vor Naldwyn was the captain general, and he was actually killed on the third day of fighting. And so it's kind of strange because according to Gawain in Eye of the World, he states that Gareth Bryn was captain general for the past two queens, which would have been Queen Mordrellin, and she passed away in 972. So we're not really sure what the disconnect is there. And obviously, it could be things get forgotten. Maybe there's something we're missing. I don't know. But in The Gathering Storm, the book, it also states that Bryn was only an undercapping captain during the Aiel War. But again, it contradicts the timeline given by Gawain that he would have been captain general and first prince for the last two queens. So I'm not sure. So one theory of this is that a second captain general was promoted during this time to command the 28,000 troops that were fighting in the Iowa War, and that Gareth Bryn stayed with Queen Morgase since there was just a war of succession. So he stayed with her. We don't really know. What do you think, Justin? What do you think happened here?
Yeah, I like the theory that there was two, one to go fight at Tarvalin, and then one to protect the queen. So if that's the case, who was the first? Was it Gareth Bryn was the first captain general, and then they promoted Aranvor, or was Aranvor the first captain general? Or does it matter?
I'm not sure it matters, but I would think if he was serving in that capacity for, I don't know how to say her name. I'm not even going to try again. The other queen. If he was serving in that capacity, the other queen, I would think Aranvor Naldwin would probably have been promoted for this specific event. And he would have been, trained by Gareth Bryn in order to be the leader, the overall commander leader on day 3.
Yeah.
So he must have been well respected, at least. So I don't know if anyone has information on this. I mean, feel free to let us know, because I just don't know. I couldn't find it anywhere. We looked in the black book. We looked in the white book. That's what I call them. I know they have different names, but and then look to the books that we have out of the tens of thousands of pages, and there's just nothing that really says. So another thing Gareth Bryn did, he was the field commander for the White Tower forces leading up to the last battle. But he was routed by Demon Dread's surprise attack, right? And you remember that was probably one of my more favorite parts of the book, because I was proven right on all accounts when this happened.
Is that when he opens up that gateway and just comes storming in with all those
the Sharans?
The Sharans. Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was awesome. So a long time ago, before the final book ever released, everyone was wondering where Demon Dread was, and I said at a release party, he's in Shara. I know he went to Shara, and everyone made fun of me. Everyone laughed. Oh, you're this, that, and the other. And then I was vindicated.
Yeah, so, this is like a guess.
So this part was my claim to glory, and I will never let it go.
Let it go. It's 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever it was.
No, but it was amazing. So needless to say, I'm usually right when I come up with theories.
All right.
So, but he does die at the field of Marilor. Is that how you say it? Marilor?
Marilor, yeah.
So he does die there. He was Swan Sanche's warder, and she's killed, and he just goes crazy town, runs in and dies.
Yeah, that part was brutal. I remember reading that, and I was like, no, not Gareth Bryn, because he'd been such a big part of the story from book 1 all the way up to this book, The Last Battle. And he just wanted him to be one of those that survives to the end, but he couldn't do it. It was rough.
Yeah. Well, and then because Swan, she died on the attack on Matt's when they attacked Matt's what do you call it? His headquarters, right? That's when she died.
Yeah.
And so, and then Min knew, like, she's like, oh, Gareth is dead. She just knew. And sure enough, it just kind of talks about it. But, it kind of goes back to kind of the death with Davrin Bashir. You just get this when he passed away, when he died. Here's this great character. Not only is he great because he's been in the books for so long, but he's a great captain. He's led huge armies, with hundreds of thousands of men, and he dies.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of, part of that, like helplessness feeling in the book, that here's this great person, and he doesn't survive. So how is anyone else going to survive?
Yeah. So we got a question from the chat. Valerie Jackson, she's calling you out on your prediction. She says, how did you call it that Demon Dread was in Shara, and what led you to believe that?
Oh, that's a good question. Other than because I just knew. I think the biggest thing is because he was nowhere to be found. And the only other likely place that he could have been is there. We knew he wasn't in any of the main lands. I know that there was a lot of thought that he was it Mazrim Team? A lot of people were coming out there, but it was just too obvious. I don't think it was going to be him. And I think at the time, Robert Jordan had stated it's not him. We knew he wasn't in Seanchan because it had been destroyed already. Was it Grendel that went over there and destroyed it? It was one of them. I can't remember who it was, but she went over there and destroyed, pretty much the leadership of Seanchan. And so he wasn't there. I know that there was some thought he was Matin Stepanos, but I just never bought that.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense to me that Demon Dread would lay that low, because everything we read about Demon Dread in the White Book, which is a great resource to read about the Forsaken in the Age of Legends, everything we read about him is he is someone that wants to be recognized. He does not want to sit in the background. And so he had to have been doing something. And we read about Shara all the time through the books. We never get too much information other than it exists and no one knows what's happening there, but there's a lot of people there, yada, yada, yada. But we just never really see it. And so for me, as a deduction, it's like, look, the armies, of darkness want everything at their disposal. And here is a land that no one can penetrate, that by all means, and, even reading through the White Book again, it gives that there's a lot of channelers there. Yeah. So it made sense to me that he would go over there and try to get them on the armies of darkness side. Now, I didn't realize he would be Bayo the Wild or anything like that, right? That was not even in my mind. But in my mind, I always assumed he's going to bring an army from Shara. He is going to show up somehow and he'll have an army from Shara. Obviously, it was just a great educated guess. There was nothing super supportive of it, but it just made sense to me when I broke it down.
Yeah, there were some things that led you to think that, but overall, it was just a guess, like you said.
Yes. It was an amazing guess. I can sign autographs if people would like, but it ended up being right. So
we got Bashir, Gareth Bryn. Who's number 3?
For me, I put number 3. Now, these aren't in any order, but for the next great general is Rodel Uturalde. Is that how you say it? Uturalde?
Uturalde, yeah.
Whatever. Weird name. Rodel Uturalde. We don't read too much about him till later in the books. He is, I don't know, is it Domanian? I don't know. But he's from Eridomen. He did not participate in the Io War either. Mostly, it sounds like because, he didn't command during the Io War. But mostly because Eridomen didn't send an army either. But there is some evidence from what I've read that he did participate. Where he went as a soldier because he was younger or what it is. It doesn't really go into a whole lot of information, but he was there. He just didn't command. We see him defeat the Seanchan at the battle at the city of Darluna. And
where's that at?
That's in Eridomen. It's just a city. They were being chased by the Seanchan, and he totally outgenerals Turan.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
And he tells them, right? He's like, basically, how'd you defeat me? And he's like, oh, you relied too much on your scouts. And, I had an army behind you that you thought were peasants and yada, yada. He just out defeats them. So he defeats an army of about 300,000 men with only 100,000 men on his side. And he only loses half. Mm-hmm. So, that's some great generaling in any way about it. That's amazing. So, he stays at Moradin and defends it until Davram and Rand arrive to save him, which, I remember reading that part and he was in the depths of despair. Right. And they make it through. So, that's some grit. He shows how good he is right there. He does take command of the defense at the Valand of Thakandar. at Sheol-Gul. So he's put there to defend and stop anyone from any army from attacking while Rand is inside. So that's I think that was pretty good show about how good of a general he is.
Yeah. Rand had to trust him a lot to be able to, defend his back while he's in there fighting the Dark One, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I don't know. I mean, obviously he's a great general. I just don't understand how he got there. This is one of the questions I had with him was, I mean, he's not a general of the Borderlander. The only wars that Eredomin really had was with, is it Terrebonne? And so I'm not really sure quite how he became a great general, but he was a great general. He is the only general from the 5 great generals that really fought the expulsion from Grendel, I believe, on a conscious level. Like he knew something was going on. He could tell. And so he let himself get taken out of command, whereas everyone else was holding on for everything. So I think that kind of says a lot about him as well. He survives the battle. We don't see him after he's taken by the wolves. We don't really see him till the end. And he's most likely becomes the king of Eredomin. But he does survive into the 4th age.
Yeah. In the chat, they brought up his nickname, the Little Wolf. I had forgotten about that. They called him the Little Wolf.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I did read that. I think they mention it in the book too, but yeah, the Little Wolf. So good catch on that. Thank you. So our next great captain, Agomar Jagged. For the love, is this how you say his name?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. He's a Shianaran. Shianaran. He is the Lord of Faldara and the nephew of King Isar. So he is definitely royalty. And he's the overall battle commander for Shinar. So he's been around. He was considered to be, at one point, to be the overall leader of the Aiel War. It sounded like that people were going to go ahead and let him lead it. But King Layman, I guess, threw up some big stink, and he felt that he should lead because it was his country that was attacked, et cetera, et cetera. So no one could really come up with a overall leader. So they had different leaders on different days. And Agomar was brought in as the overall commander on the first day of war. We don't really know what happened the first day. Now, that doesn't mean it's the first day of war with the coalition. The war had been going on for a couple years, but he was the overall commander when the coalition came together. We don't really know what happened on that first day other than he led it and they didn't lose. So I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
By all accounts, I mean, there's different counts and numbers and things, but from what I can understand, there was something like, someone correct me if I'm wrong with these numbers, there's like something like 200,000 or so from the coalition and about 70 to 80,000 Aiel. So, I mean, that kind of puts in perspective how tough the Aiel were, but I mean, he was able to survive day one. So kudos to him.
Yeah.
He was chosen to be the battle commander at Tarwin's Gap. We don't really see him much after that throughout the books, except book 1 and 2. And then we see him at Tarwin's Gap, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And so he was chosen to be the overall battle commander at Tarwin's Gap. He led all the Borderlander armies, even Lan bowed down, stepped aside for him so he could lead, knowing that he was a great general, that he could do it. But he was also had compulsion on him and almost led the army to destruction. I think it said they lost 2/3 of their army.
Wow.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
Yeah. So, but I mean, he's been around for some time. He's defeated. It sounds like he's fought at Tarwin's Gap multiple times, won multiple battles. But because of this, it does lead to Queen Tenobia's death. And I remember reading that part thinking like, oh man, it started, right? Here it comes. We assume he survived the last battle. I don't think we ever hear. I know he goes into some weird meditation with Lan there when Lan removes him from command, but we just never really hear about what happened to him afterwards. So, but great general. I enjoy him. Next is Pedro Nile. He was the Lord Captain of the Commander of the Children of Light. We know very little about him other than he was chosen to command the second day of the Aiel War, and he was assassinated by his spy master. That's like pretty much all I know. Now, there is some speculation. I've read this through some online chats. Tell me what you guys think of this. Give me some ideas if this is true. There is some speculation that he may be bound to the wheel. Something about in the prologue of the Crown of Swords. So I want to go ahead and read through that, but it's kind of like an online thing I've seen that he might be now bound to the wheel. So I don't know how true that is, because if it was, it seems like we would have seen him when they blew the horn of Valier, right?
Yeah, he would have shown up if he was tied to the wheels in some form. I mean, he wasn't. We often think of the White Cloaks as, the bad guys. They're always causing problems, but they just have their own, I guess, code of honor or their own perspective. But they weren't necessarily Shadow, right? Some of them were, but as a group, they weren't Shadow Spawn or serve the Dark One or anything. So, he would come back if he was tied to the wheel. So, but we don't know much about him, like you said. He's always, we read a lot about him. There's quite a few chapters there, but as far as his military exploits, we don't see them.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the 5 great captains of the story. We'll talk a little bit more about some others here in a minute, but we want to remind you guys to definitely donate. Check out Cybersmile, the charity that we're promoting here in this 24-hour podcast-a-thon. Cybersmile is an organization that's set up to fight cyberbullying, which is a problem in our, in our age, in our own age here. Are we the first age? Are we back to the first age, or are we the 7th? I can't remember.
I think we're in the 7th. They consider this the
Okay.
7th age.
Yeah. So here in the 7th age, we got our own problems with cyberbullying. So definitely support Cybersmile. They're a great organization, and that's what we're here for. So far, they posted this in the chat. So far, $1,235 have been donated. So good job, guys. Thanks to everyone who's donated. And check out, there's a link here if you're watching it on YouTube right now, there's a link there in the description to go down and donate to Cybersmile.
Yes, definitely a good cause. I think we see cyberbullying everywhere. I think one place I've noticed it, which is unfortunate, is as they've started releasing names and actors and such for the TV series. There has been a lot of attacks from both sides, and it's just kind of, we want to stay away from that. We want to make sure everyone's safe from any type of cyberbullying, whether it's over something like this or in our personal lives. And I think it's a definitely good cause that we need to focus on it. And if you're donating or you're thinking about donating, please, and thank you. It's a great thing to do and something that we should all support. So
yeah. So far that's the 5. So far it seems like in the chat, the consensus is Iturralde is the best of the 5.
Wow. That I didn't.
What do you think?
I didn't see that coming. For me, I always thought it was a clear-cut answer. It would have been Agomar Jagged, just because he's, was chosen to lead, the borderland countries who consistently are at war with the Blight, and he is put in command over Davram Bashir, right? He served before Pedro Nile in the Aiel War. But hey, I mean, if you guys think it's Rodel Iturralde, that's awesome. I mean, the guy's got some stuff. Anytime you can defeat a 300,000 man army outnumbered 3-1 and only lose 50,000, I mean, you got something going. So.
There's also a good point brought up by ATA Keith Stewart about Pedro that he had all those banners on the wall that's from his victories in the past. I don't know if you remember that part.
Oh, yeah.
You walk into his office, and he had all these war banners from countries that he's defeated or armies he defeated. So, I mean, it sounds like there's an interesting backstory there. We just don't really get into it in this series.
We need some outrigger stories. That's for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if that covers Pedro Nile, though.
Yeah, it should. I think he's got an interesting background because everything I've read about him, it doesn't sound like he's like your normal zealot, child, children of the light guy, right? It sounds like he's more a little bit down to earth. He understands certain things. It doesn't sound like he just hates the Tarvalin witches simply because he's been taught to do so.
Yeah.
So I think he's got a little bit better head on his shoulders. So we're going to talk about some more great generals that exist in the world, but that don't necessarily exist in this late Third Age, and that aren't recognized. I think the most obvious one would be Arthur Hawkwing, right? So,
oh yeah, he's the greatest Tabaran that ever lived, up until Rand, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, amazing general. He conquered the known land. I have no idea what they call this land. Does anyone know what they call the country? I mean, you've got Shara, you got, Seanchan. I have no idea we call it Randland. He conquered Randland and put it all under, one king, and no one's come close to doing that. Seanchan didn't do it. Didn't come close to do it. Rand didn't come close to doing it. So, but he did it. He was the king of a small country called Shindale. I believe that's how you say it. He became king at a very young age. His parents died of an illness. He ended the War of the Second Dragon by defeating Gwyer Amalasen.
Yeah, sounds good.
He defeated the second dragon. He never lost a battle at all. He had some stalemates, but he never lost a battle. And he defied known military doctrine to win. And I think that's one of the things that may set these all the great captains aside, is that they understand that there's military strategy, but they also understand you have to be fluid. You can't just be so stuck on something that you're just rigid. So
yeah, I want to hear more about Hawkwing. I mean, we got a little bit here and there to kind of fill in the general story of him, but I wish we could have gotten even just one book about him and his exploits. I think he was a pretty interesting guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, what I've read about him, and the only thing I've really read about him is in the books, the little excerpts, and this white book. I refer to this white book. This thing's like my Randland Bible. Okay. And so if you don't have it, get it. There's some awesome information in here. But you read a little bit about him in there, and it's some cool information. So some more things he did. He was attacked by 3 countries at the same time, large countries. And he defended his small country and won. And so he defeated every army that attacked him. He conquered, like I said, the known world. That's called the Consolidation. It was a 20-year war. And he basically conquered in 20 years. That's amazing. He did have a failed invasion of the Aiel Waste. We have no idea what that was like. We have no idea what happened. It just said a failed invasion. So I guess he did lose some battles. He became High King of the land. He defeated multiple Trolloc invasions, and I think there were 7 rebellions. Someone correct me if I'm wrong here. 7 rebellions that he put down. And so those were his own personal. He did some more things. I know he sent like some expeditions to Shara and Seanchan, and things like that. But as far as his personal exploits, that's kind of what we know about him. So I definitely think he's a great general. I know he mentions in the last book to Matt that he wanted, what did he say? I wish I could have met you on the field of battle, basically saying we'd be a good match.
Yeah. That would have been a great showdown to have those two go at it, because Matt never lost. He never lost a battle.
No, not at all. And he was a great general. I mean, he basically had the memories of almost every amazing general ever.
So he had a slight advantage.
Yeah.
The cheat codes.
So great general. He died at, I think, in his 80s. No one's really sure how he died. You would think old age, but I know there's some controversy around there. And his death sparked the War of 100 Years. If you don't know what that is, white book.
Can't see it when you hold it up.
Oh.
Because of the background.
Oh, it's the background. Okay, I was holding it up. I apologize. I've got this awesome background. So anyways, so those are the great generals from the Third Age. I did list some other ones, and I'm just kind of going to go through them a little quickly, just so that we can go over them. And then we're going to talk about who we think's best. We want to know who you think is best, and go from there. And then we're going to list who we think, the order of the best generals are. So the next I'm going to talk about, it comes from the Second Age, but he existed in the Third Age as well, is Samael. He's known as Teljan and Elansar. He was a world champion at a bloodless sport competition. We have no idea what it is, but he was world champion, so apparently he was good. He did switch from the armies of the light to the armies of the dark in the 4th year of the War of Power. Ultimately, he believed the shadow would win, and he picked the sides of winners, from what we know about him. He was very jealous of Luthern, and his strength was in defense. We see him in the Third Age as Lord Brend in Ilion, and we know he was, I don't know, this is hard. Do you think he was bested by Davram Bashir, or he wasn't taking too much of a field command at that point?
Samael?
Yeah. Because Davram won the battle, but it kind of seems like he took a step back waiting for Rand to attack him, right? But, I mean, so it's kind of...
Rand is the one that defeated him, if I remember correctly.
Well, because he was injured. Rand was hurt. And so Davram kind of took over and routed the Ciancian army.
The army, yeah. But he didn't defeat Brand.
Yeah, that's kind of hard. I mean... But maybe we don't really see him too much, what he did there, but I don't know.
Yeah, I was disappointed in him in this series, because he was, one of the best Forsaken, but he was always in the background. He never really did much until that one book. And I think it's Path of Daggers, where he shows up, or at least his army shows up, but he didn't really do much.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, I think that was kind of the same thing with most of the Forsaken, right? They kind of,
a lot of them
up to their power, I guess, but whatever. He was killed by Mashadar at Shadow Logoth. That's the last time we saw. Was that book 7?
Yeah. Well, I don't remember. Probably.
One of the 15 books. So he was killed by Mashadar. We never see him again, and it was later confirmed that he met the final death. We won't see him again. So he was known as a great captain of his time. Then next is Demon Dread. Obviously, he was known as Barid Bel Merid. He switched sides during the 3rd year of the war. He was also one of the best generals. Him and Samael probably knew each other and competed for, I don't know, best generalship, best general. I mean, they were both great generals of their time, and they both switched sides. He was a blade master. We saw him defeat both Gawain Trinken and Galad Damadred in single combat, and he understood sword fighting. That sword fighting and battle go hand in hand. That there's a link between them. And so that was kind of cool. And because the only other person I ever see that links the two really is Matt. And so, I mean, he obviously knew what he was talking about. He is known as Bayo the Wild from Shara. I know some information was released about this later and what he had to do to become Bayo the Wild, but that's his title, is Bayo the Wild. I do kind of link in here. This isn't really part of it, but I want to see what you guys think. I do kind of link that Samael is kind of Samael to Lews Therin is kind of the opposite of Perrin to Rand, right? Where they both fought him. They're both great generals. They were probably friends with Lews Therin at some point. But whereas Samael became jealous and wanted more glory, Perrin didn't want more glory and wasn't jealous. And so they both of their great strengths lie in more defense. They're not offensive people, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know. And then I have Demon Dread kind of, linked to Matt as his opposite. If not for Rand, Matt would have probably been the most famous man of the age, one of the best general. And whereas Demon Dread was that way with Lews Therin, he was almost as good as Lews Therin in every way. And it seems like Matt had that same thing. They're both gamblers, and Matt stayed loyal. Demon Dread didn't. So what do you guys think about that? That's kind of a weird thing I brought up, and I've kind of noticed it as I've read the books. But I don't know. What do you think? The next one I see, I just mentioned this. We don't really need to talk about it. Is Lews Therin Telamon and the Dragon Reborn, and Elend Morin Tidroni, Betrayer of Hope. Also known as Baalzaman, Ishmael, Moradin. I think that's it.
Wait, what? Moradin?
Who's more? Wait.
Spoiler.
Who's he? So anyways, I don't want to go in their exploits. I mean, enough said, right? They were the de facto leaders of the forces of dark and light. So obviously they knew what they were, great generals. The next two are Perrin and Matt. I think Perrin would be considered a great general. He defeated Lord Luke, or Slayer, and the Trollocs invading the Two Rivers. He was one of the military leaders in the Battle of Dumai Wells. He wins the Battle of Malden, which was a crazy 1,000-page book of horribleness until we got there, but he won. And then he defeats the Shadowspawn army attacking the White Cloaks. So, I mean, he's won some great battles. Obviously a great leader. And then Matt. I mean, I'm going to list his exploits, but I think we all know. He defeats Gawain Trinken and Galad Damodred in a 2-versus-1 fight while recovering from sickness and madness. And he was a great hand-to-hand combat fighter. He becomes a military leader in the battle with the Shaido Aiel, and he killed Coladin in single combat. He became the marshal general of the band of the Red Hand. He defeated an army of Seanchan with the aid of the Death Watch guards to allow his wife to get back. He literally won the game of snakes and foxes.
The unwinnable game.
And he won it. So yeah. Come on. He saved Elaine's army from destruction. He recognized that what was happening just from fighting in one side of the battle. And he won the last battle as the overall general against Demon Dread. He was outnumbered immensely and won. So he never lost a single battle. So in my mind, of all the generals, Matt is the best, hands down. I think he's better than Rand, Lews Therin. He's better than Demon Dread, obviously, because he bested him. I think he's better than Hawkwing. So for me, Matt's number one. What do you guys think? Number one? Anyone agree with me?
Like we're getting some comments agreeing that, yeah, Matt's the best. So if we go ahead.
I was gonna say, so if Matt's the best, but we take Matt out of the equation, who's second? Who's number two? Who, do we just say, oh, it's Demon Dread from there?
Maybe.
I don't know.
So you're talking out of all the ones we've been talking about from the beginning. The 5 generals, he's Forsaken, Lews Therin, Perrin, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh. For me, that's tough. I would say Demon Dread. Just because he was just kicking ass in that last battle. No one could stop him. And then eventually, after, how many one-on-one battles does he have to go through until he finally faces Lan, and then Lan beats him. But he was just owning that battle until Lan stepped up. And we all know Lan. I mean, he's one of my favorite characters. Definitely a great sword fighter, blade master. Was he a blade master, or is he just a really good sword fighter?
Oh yeah, he was a blade master for sure. I
he
think
didn't have the Heron Mark sword though.
No, but it talked about it in the White Book, if I remember right, that he was a blade master. I think it's like he was like a master of the sword, is what they say. Like that. So you just assume he's a blade master, but I mean, he says some things, even with Gawain, he's like, when he was talking to him, he's like, the sword isn't part of you yet. You still use it as a tool.
Yeah.
And so, he was definitely a blade master. Probably, not the best, obviously, but I would say top 3.
Yeah. I would go with Demon Dread if we take Matt out of the equation.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, I think number 2, it has to be, and I'm not talking about Lews Therin or Ishmael. I'm going to just take them out of this because I don't know. It's too hard, I think, to really equate those two. I mean, Demon Dread talks to him, talks about Lews Therin never taking chances and not letting the dice roll, et cetera, but I think that's kind of his vanity. So if you take Lews Therin, the dragon, and Ishmael out of it, after Demon Dread, I would have to say it's a tie between, I would say, Perrin, Samael. No, I would just have to say Hawkwing.
So Hawkwing and Perrin?
I would have to say Hawkwing next, like just so that you're number 3. And then after that, I would say I have to say Perrin, Samael, and Agomar as the next, like kind of tied, and then everybody else.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of greats. Someone brought up Tam L4 in the chat like 20 minutes ago. How does Tam even belong in this conversation? Or
I think he could if he had wanted to. But he became a farmer. He went home. He served as second in command at I don't remember what army it was. As a really young age before he found Rand. He served in the Aiel War. We know that. So I think he could have, had he not retired to the Two Rivers. Obviously he's still a respected commander. He was given leadership positions in the final battle. Mm-hmm. And he was given leadership positions before the final battle. So I don't know if he deserves to be in this discussion, but I think he could have been. Yeah. Had he chosen a different life.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, all right. Any final comments on those generals?
For me, I think that the last battle was amazing, and
yeah.
Anyone that says that Demon Dread was better than Matt, it fails.
Yeah.
I know we've had the discussion, like we've been on a couple other pages and had this discussion, and Demon Dread no doubt is a great general, but Matt out-generaled him. He said it right there. I have to make it. I have to be good enough that I'm doing good, trying to win, but I have to still almost try to lose and throw it all in at the right hand.
Yeah.
Right. So, he knew what he was doing, and he did it. And he won, and he left it to chance. And I think that's part of being a good general. And I think that him and Demon Dread understood that sometimes you just have to leave it to chance, and you're either going to win or you're not. And he won it.
Yep.
And
did he win it because he's Taviran, or because he's skilled, or something else?
I think he won it because he's skilled and because Lan killed him in, single combat.
Demon Druid.
Yeah, I don't think if Lan doesn't attack him and distract him and kill him, I don't think Matt would have won that.
Okay.
Overall. He was too outnumbered.
Yeah.
So
okay.
That's what I think. So
yeah, a lot of great stuff. We were going to talk about the one power versus the true power, true source, but we're out of time. And next up, you guys got a good treat in store. We got the Black Tower coming on here in a few minutes, but we want to remind you guys to definitely don't forget to donate to Cyber Smile to help combat cyberbullying. It's the charity that we're supporting here on this 24-hour podcast-a-thon for the Wheel of Time. Definitely read more Wheel of Time and definitely donate to Cyber Smile. We want to thank you guys for joining us, for interacting with us in the chat. We appreciate it. Hopefully you guys will check out some of our other episodes on Fourth Baron podcast. Look forward to more interaction on down the road. So we'll bring in the Black Tower guys here. So if you guys are listening, go ahead and sign in. There's Andrew, Josh, and Daniel. How are you guys doing?
Guys, didn't see you there.
Yeah. Imagine meeting you guys here.
Howdy.
What a coinky dink.
We have to stop meeting like this.
I know. People are going to start talking.
So you guys ready for your...
Yeah, no, we're excited. We caught the tail end of your wonderful general discussion. And it was funny because I may or may not have yelled at my screen a couple of times. And you were like, so Matt is clearly the best general. And I was like, yeah, who says that he's not? What the fuck are you talking about?
Who can argue with that?
We have had arguments.
No, it was fine.
It blows me away that I've actually had to defend that stance. But I mean, there you go.
I mean, to be fair, as you said, sort of in your own thing, he is Taviran. He does have absolutely a number of unfair advantages, but I agree. I totally.
He's
agree.
also not under
You're
compulsion
right.
to suck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That helps.
I'm just
No, he
saying.
does that all by himself. Come on.
He's under his own compulsion to not suck.
Yeah.
Gross. I hate it.
I mean, you know,
I'm just kidding. I love you, Josh.
you just go.
But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for bringing us in. We're glad to be here.
So who wants to be the host? Who wants the
Josh.
power?
Josh.
Josh.
Me. You guys
Not
want to
me.
give that power to me? All
Just give
right.
it to the maniacal one.
No.
All right.
No.
Yeah, give it to me.
All right, it's all you.
Oh boy.
I don't want
I'll
it.
do-
You do know that he's
Your
never
first
giving
mistake.
that up, right?
I mean, he
Yeah.
kind of has to.
So
We're
welcome
gonna
to
be-
the
we're gonna be 6 hours
12-hour-long
into
Black
this.
Tower podcast. Yes.
You guys are taking over. All right, guys, have
Indeed.
fun. We'll talk to you later.
Hey, thank you so
Absolutely.
much,
Go get
guys.
some
You
sleep,
guys continue
Great
being
show, guys.
awesome
Great show.
because we love you and you're awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks. See
Take
you
care of
guys.
yourselves.
This is the new Black
Yes.
Tower salute right here.
Very,
card.
very manly.
It is.
As
it
we
is manly.
know.
Doesn't have to be.
All right. How do I change this so that we can see all of us at once?
Turn off speaker view.
Where's speaker view? Hold on.
Top right.
Gallery
of the
view.
Zoom. There
Bam.
you go.
Noise. I like
Noise.
it.
All right.
Oh, God, I
Peanut
look
gallery.
like a hobo.
Does that work on the YouTube as well? Does that?
Oh, I'm waiting
changes
for it to
over on
catch up.
YouTube?
We're still throwing hearts
Yeah,
from
Hold
what
on.
I see.
Everybody just stare really like
Guys, we're
Qual-
so fun.
quality.
Awkward silence.
This is the quality programming that people expect out of the Black
This
Tower.
is what they're donating
All
for.
right.
There
We're
it is.
all mad
Finally
here.
caught up. So, ladies, gentlemen,
Boys,
Shadow
girls,
Spawn. Dark friends,
Trollocs of all ages.
most importantly, Dragon Sworn.
I see what you did.
Welcome to this most amazing of events. This most
excellent,
prestigious. Ooh, well played, sir. I see what you did there. Be excellent to each other. Wait, hold on. No, I need to do this one. Be excellent to each other. Andrew, right hand on your heart.
All right, I was
right hand on your heart, left hand up.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was right.
And then we'll make this work. And then Daniel, why don't you just put both hands out like you're Jesus or something? There it is. Be excellent to each other.
We have problems, guys.
Sorry, I was
They're
adjusting my
wonderful,
lighting.
amazing problems, but we have problems.
So if you guys don't know us yet, we are the Black Tower Podcast. We are a Wheel of Time podcast, and we like to discuss things
The Ashaman, if you're nasty.
from the Ashaman perspective and or point of view, because that's who we are. Wannabe Ashaman.
I thought this was a different podcast. I'm on the wrong Zoom call.
Andrew's in the wrong place.
Sorry, guys.
So I'd like to just throw out here, just to kick this off, because I have pre-gamed a bit. But whilst I create my dose of taint, you may recognize this famous symbol. This doesn't work well.
Is that? Are we all?
Oh,
Are we brothers?
I think we are. I'm going to say yes, we are.
Cheers, my brothers.
So here's the deal. I have a small challenge for you fine gents of the Black Tower podcast.
My cup's already completely full. That's not fair.
I
Josh.
was told there is no math.
No.
I was told there would be no math.
No math. We don't.
No, he said no meth.
Meth. No
No,
meth
God,
either.
why would you? No.
No meth and no math.
Making sure you never know.
None of
The
those.
wild and crazy times.
There are no
wild
words
and crazy guys
that start with M and end with. That doesn't happen. Not on this show.
All right.
I would like to propose
what
a
is the
drinking
challenge?
game.
Okay.
And that is that when you are to curse and or swear, if you do not use a curse or swear from the Wheel of Time, you take a drink.
Blood and ashes, Josh. This is going to be different.
Burn me. This is going to be a good evening.
Oh, there's milk in a cup. I'm going to get light blinded.
So
All
I
right.
think
No, I like it. I'm
I think
in
the
for this.
premise of the game is pretty easy. If I go, damn it.
Drink.
However, if I say light, then we're good. Everything's happy.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Andrew,
in. Yeah.
how do you say duck with an F?
Just because it's you. Just because it's you.
It's dusk. I don't understand.
Okay,
It's clearly Duffman.
Duffman is thrusting in the direction
It
of
would
the
have been hilarious if I just said duck.
Duff.
That was my answer was
DUCF.
dusk.
Duffk.
Dusk.
Yeah. So
Dusk
Dana,
with a f.
I don't think without the aid of editing, I don't think we have the capacity for PG.
Oh God.
I don't think we'd ever get a
Well,
PG
that's
rating.
why I wanted. That's kind of why I was
Yeah.
thinking about the Wheel of Time curses.
Frack me.
We will try
Wait,
to
sorry,
make it
wrong,
as
wrong
That
family.
PG as it
counts,
could.
Daniel.
Watch us like
I'm
weirdly
gonna
be
drink
too good at
regardless.
this. Watch
I'm
us
gonna
be
drink
weirdly
regardless.
too good at this, and then by the end, like when we're like the last like 20 minutes, it's just gonna be the most vulgar sailors mad at everything that you've ever heard in your life. And we do apologize in advance, Twatcast, but you
Andrew.
kind of knew what we
Andrew, you kiss your aged grandmother with that mouth?
Fortune prick me.
are.
Curses,
sold me
curses
aged
from the Wheel of
grandmother
Time
for
are
this
fun.
mouth.
I think
I don't know why Captain Bale-Doman was Irish there for a second, but that happened.
I mean, he do be of
He do be what he be do.
Ilianer descent. Fish
Yeah, he's a pirate,
and stuff.
which is clearly Scottish.
I have to say, I think that the cursing in the Wheel of Time, I think it was Robert Jordan having fun. He's like writing, Harriet, I need a curse. And she's like, well, I've made buttered onions for dinner. And he's like, perfect. Bloody buttered onions. I think that's how it went. Fight me. Unless you actually know how it went. In which case, don't fight me. Just say,
In which case, Harriet,
I'm wrong.
please just tell me. Because Jesus Christ.
It'd be
that'd
hilarious
amazing.
if you asked Harriet that and she was like, she just looked at you like with a level gaze, just Maffo.
or she might just be like GTFO.
Yeah. Dana, I know you're Zool, but there is no Dana, only Zool.
There is no Dana. Only Zool.
All right, so
I
What are we
recognize a lot of
talking
these
about?
names,
Who wants to
but-
tell everybody what we're talking? Because it's not going to be
Before we do
us
that, I'm
three light-blinded sheep herders this entire night.
correct. I do. Before we do that, I know that we just had the other guys go through this whole thing at the end of their stream, but I do want to bring it up again just in case there are any fans who are joining for the Black Tower specifically, or just because they could hop on at 1 a.m. Either way, we're glad you're here, and we have something to tell you. And that is, you may not know this, but we're not here just for our health tonight. We're not here
true.
just to talk to each other. We do that on a regular basis.
It's
We could
story time with Daniel Chin Hands.
we could do that anytime, schedule permitting. And so we're here for a very specific reason. And so
We are, and this is
to
actually
help
important.
us out and tell us what that reason is. Josh,
Well, that reason.
why are we here? Oh no, Andrew.
Okay.
Andrew, why are we here?
Andrew, hit it.
Okay. So we are here because the fantastic folks over at Twatcast put together a legendary event. Quite possibly the second most legendary event to ever happen. Because I'm just going to assume that there's something more legendary out there. But no more noble of a cause is there than to unite an already incredibly united fandom that is the Twitter of Time, the Wheel of Time fandom, than to get behind crushing
fandom
those
ever.
scummy, bad side tainty. Like the taint we drink is good. The taint they are is bad. Cyber bullies. So this is a charity stream for. I just
Are you
like
okay?
my brain
Whoa,
just
whoa,
shut
okay.
down.
Andrew's got some taint.
No, it's for Cyber Smile.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's for Cyber Smile. So Twatcast, you guys are dope for setting this up. This is fantastic.
You are a
Cyberbullying.
legend. Wait for it. And I hope you're not lactose intolerant, because the second part of that word is dairy. Yep, I did it. I
Josh,
did it.
Josh,
You did. You went there.
get the wine cup ready. Get the wine
Get
cup
the
ready.
wine. Hey, Daniel, I've got some wine here for you.
Why do you think I haven't drunk wine since I came to the tower? It's only rum
It's
and
true.
Coke for me.
You
They
know,
can't put stuff in my stuff. Otherwise, I'd notice.
So
I can
Twatcast said,
tell if you change the rum that's in it. You think you're going to be able to put poison in it and me not notice?
so
fortune
Twatcast said
trick me.
an epic, a legendary goal fitting of this kind of gathering of podcasters and just mainly you guys, the fans, the listeners, the supporters, the people that are showing up, whether you know who you're listening to or you don't. If you don't know who we are and you're watching and horrified as your parents walk in the room and say, what the heck are you listening to?
That's what happens. That every time.
Every time. It's for a good cause. Right now, the goal is at 24%. We, as a collective community through the goal, have raised $1,235 out of our $5,000 goal. That is nothing to shake a stick at.
Let that sink in really quick. Hold on. Let that sink in really quick. Earlier, we made the claim that the the Wheel of Time fandom is the best fandom in the world. We've been going for just a few hours, and we're already at 25% of the goal. Like,
This many.
for real, we have scientific evidence that legitimately proves our claim to the superiority of this fandom. And it's because our hearts are bigger. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. We're here actually really to give thanks. I think that's the best way to sum it up.
I agree. I like it. But
this one's to you.
In the realm of the theme of the evening, the cause of the evening, the reason that you,
reason for
all
the
of
season.
us are here, I will kill you.
Yo,
It
please.
is nowhere near
Whoa,
Christmas.
Whoa, shit just got real easy there, Tiny.
Mother's milk
Oh,
in
by the way, spoilers. We should probably get that out of the way before we forget.
We should probably make a spoiler warning of some. Do we want to try? Can we do it without spoilers?
You answer that in the way you asked the question.
Spoilers. We cannot do it without spoilers. We might be able to do it with spoilers under when people know about the particular tower of a particular color. Maybe.
Well,
But
I
we
mean, the
definitely
very
do it
nature
without
of our
spoilers.
podcast is a spoiler for like book 6. I'm sorry.
Our lives are spoilers, man.
You're right.
If you've started reading the books
and you're like,
and you're
hey,
on
there
book,
ain't no
like-
Black Tower.
if you're like book
What are they talking
2,
about? It's the White
you're
Tower.
like,
What are you talking about?
what's the Black Tower? Is that like a whole bunch of dark friends coming together? I mean, kinda. At the beginning.
By definition, you're not wrong.
But hear me out.
Connotatively, however,
We worked through that.
Don't do spoiler free. Get it right. Get it tight. Delusions has spoken.
I don't know that we want to listen to one of the Forsaken.
Bruh.
Just give in to the compulsion, man. It's a whole. Are you giving in to the compulsion? No. Be a whole lot cooler if you did.
No, so
You know
spoiler
what?
warning.
You know what would be a lot easier if you were compulsed? Life.
So how about
Not
we
make
do this?
your own decisions. Let somebody make them
Why is-
for you. Forget that.
What? Twatcast is asking why it's got to be Black Tower, and I think we all know the answer to that.
I mean, once you go black, you don't go back.
Exactly. Thank you, sir. That's why
Well,
it's got to be.
Update on the goal. So we're not just here saying you guys should give money. The Black Tower podcast has just leveled out the current amount of the donation. It was at $1,235. It is now at $1,300, 26% of the goal. So
Now,
what can you guys get it to?
I challenge you. Come at me,
There's
bro.
a challenge.
Come at
The
me, bro.
gauntlet has been thrown.
So you guys got to
bloody
know.
ashes. The gauntlet is on the ground.
We are going to be discussing themes. I think it's safe to say that there will be soft spoilers. Okay.
Yes.
Nothing ground shaking, nothing earth shattering.
And the vast majority of what we will be talking about is general themes of the book.
Yes.
Of the series and whatnot, which is,
Right.
as I said, why Josh said that it's soft spoilers. Most of these are things that you find out in book 1 that just then get more and more detailed and in depth in later books. But
Yes.
again, you know the concepts.
So
Book
if this was an onion, we're going to be giving you the first layer of that onion.
And you guys say soft spoilers, but what about the Black Tower is soft? You need to be
No,
retrained.
we had to learn to be soft.
Weakness was
Because
burned out of us.
if you're hard, you break. But if you're soft, you flop around. You're far more malleable.
Someone's talking. Oh crap! They don't have a saying for that. You know what? Someone's talking shit about my flavor saver.
What?
The flavor saver.
What?
Yeah, the hair right below the lip.
Who
man.
this? Who this?
Hey,
Who this?
By the way, Dusty Will, we see you.
Find him and fight him.
Hi back. How's it going, Matt? And yeah, they're pretty dope mugs.
They are super dope mugs.
Some
dude.
pretty sweet and trustworthy innkeepers sent them to us. And no,
Yeah.
it's true.
that is not calling you fat.
When staying in Randland, there are only 2 inns that are acceptable. One is the Dusty Wheel. Obviously, that's number 1. It got great reviews on Yelp. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
The second in is the Madman's Piece, which we'll talk about later.
Hey, the
I
only
remember that one.
inn that I want to stay at is Four Kings. Dude, skinny innkeeper? Hell yeah. Sign me up.
Do you know what I think is funny about that? And this is one of those soft spoilers, but very, very, very later on in the book, Matt is talking to someone about, we could go back there and, maybe stay at the Four Kings. It's got a pretty good tavern. And I was in my reread and I got to that part and I laughed pretty hard. I was like, why would you go back there? He obviously did not remember what happened last time.
Or
he's got holes in his brain.
Conversely, you just didn't read it sarcastic enough. And he was really like, yeah, let's go back and stay at Four Kings.
It's got to be the SpongeBob
sounds
meme.
like a good idea.
So what's our actual
stay with a skinny innkeeper? You big bloody idiot.
And Matt's not one for skinny folk. He likes someone that you can put your arm around. He likes
yeah.
I mean, of course he does. He's a bit of a light skirt himself, so
he's all about that bass.
No trouble.
But no, who wants to give him the actual topic? Because we've kind of tap danced around it, which isn't necessarily a weave taught at the Black Tower. It just comes naturally to us.
Yeah, dude.
Because
tap
hashtag embrace the taint
is a required lesson.
It's footwork in the sword forms, I think. When you just.
Mm-hmm.
I do have
sword fight right.
It looks swords like here. I have the bamboo practice swords here.
Cat tap dances across the roof.
Something like that. Daniel, why don't you tell them what we're talking about?
All right, guys. So we're actually going to touch on a number of, as we said, themes in the Wheel of Time series. A lot of them are going to be focused around different situations and or themes where people, not to name names, but wisdoms, go ahead and are not very helpful. Because again, today we are talking about cyberbullying and how you can stop that.
Now,
but we are
they don't have computers in Randland.
Correct.
Not yet.
Yeah, we're going to be
talking / not anymore.
You do know that cyberbullying stems from like actual in-person physical bullying, right? Yeah, that's where it started.
You mean cyberbullying is just like bullying, only with more cowardly people?
Possibly.
But we can't bully anymore, Josh.
Regular bullying with extra steps.
We can't bully Daniel's beard anymore.
It's true.
Right?
Look at that thing. It's coming in nice.
Beard. Your quarantine beard is amazing. So.
Right, it's almost taken me 5 months.
It's almost time to pull out the beard balm.
So I'd like to point out too, my beard is like a year old, and it's still not as long as Andrew's. Andrew's
actually
is like
trimmed right
3
here.
Months old.
The middle grows slower than like the chops.
Oh yeah.
So like I have to trim the chops to match the middle, or it's like this weird uwu thing.
Yes.
I can see why my face is lit weird, so I can see why someone thinks that I don't have hair here. But the thing is that the hair
you're going for the aren't you going
blonde
for the...
and all this is like red.
It's true.
My hair points at you whenever I tuck my bottom lip inches.
That's right.
Yeah, I actually really want to go ahead and just cut mine so that it's Wolverine.
Do it.
Just
Amen.
I love it.
No upper lip.
We're discussing
no
bullying.
Center. Just
bullying in the Wheel of Time. Bullying and like sort of like I don't know, people's prejudice, people's bias.
Yes. Because we're actually going to start with something that matters a hell of a lot to us here as Ashaman at the Black Tower.
You got a drink.
Wait, who? What?
You said the H word, Daniel.
Daniel, light.
Oh, you're right.
If I don't catch you, chat will.
You know what?
I will drink
as the Black Tower, we stand together.
I did in fact not say it was a shale goal, a topic that matters a shale goal a lot to us.
I like it.
I might have to step away and refill this mug, and it won't be too far away. I'll bring the bottle back with me, whatever's left of it.
So, but yeah, so here at the Black Tower, one of the things that actually gets brought up a shale goal a lot in the books is that men who can channel are ostracized,
Yes.
sometimes murdered, sometimes lots of different things. And I know that this does not necessarily just go into...
He was trying to preserve the lifespan of his flavor saver down there.
You happy now?
How far in are we in somebody? And you already
forever.
broke Josh. You already broke Josh, man. Good on you, Twatcast. That's the measure of a good episode. And if it happens this early, it's going to be one just absolutely amazing burn me of an episode.
Woo!
But it is definitely a topic that we care a lot here at the Black Tower, because it is something that happens a lot to us. I say quotes because we are aware that we're not actually Ashaman. We are.
Wait, you're not?
But
Imposter.
burn him. Burn the witch.
Impossible.
You crack brain.
Oh. So
as Daniel
Manua,
touched on, men, Nani?
Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu.
We might actually get to the episode by the last, the topic by the last 15
It
minutes.
might happen. So
It's possible.
so the biggest, the easiest point to see it is because, you get the prologue of chapter 1, well, of book 1 rather, where you get introduced to Lews Therin, who's gone mad. And you get the foundation work for saidin being tainted. And it's a really important part of the series, and if I may say, a genius part of the series. One of my favorite things to explain to people when you talk about the Wheel of Time, what's the Wheel of Time all about? One of my favorite things to say is, well, it's a fantasy book where certain people can use magic, but the men who use magic go insane in the worst possible ways.
Did Kronk just join us for a second?
I don't know.
What's this?
I don't know who Kronk is, but I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, squeaking.
There we go.
Squeaker.
But anyway,
squeaking.
sorry. Keep going.
No, so,
men go insane.
Men go insane, and I tell people, oh, and by the way, the savior of the world
Is a man
who can channel and is likely to save the world, but also destroy it in the process of saving it due to the fact he's insane. And
the brain.
it's
Insane in the brain.
it's so unsettling because the savior arc is such a big theme in so many fantasy books, even some sci-fi stories. But very rarely, I think I can only think of one other situation in which the savior failed or didn't do his job or and that was Mistborn. And I love this sort of twist.
Wait, didn't Robert Jordan Jr. write that?
I see what you did there. But as a result, 3,000 years of any man who can channel goes insane creates some cultural bias, and for good reason. I mean, if a dude finds out he can channel, it's like, oh yeah, you've got an undisclosed amount of time because you could touch it once and go insane, or you could be just fine for decades and never succumb to the taint on saidin. You don't know. As they find out as they're training men at the Black Tower. Again, sorry, soft spoilers, but you already know we're the Black Tower podcast.
But yeah, no, I that is one of the things that again always really drew me to this particular series, to this particular story, is the idea that again there are so many stories out there. There are so many fantasy books, and so many of them actually do really good world building and have really cool things that are part of their world and part of their cultures and part of their different stuff. But in the end, so many of them fall under this like category of, but why do I care? Kind of thing. Like, why does your story matter? Like, what makes your story interesting other than the gimmick? Like, what is the actual like meat and potatoes of your story, and does it hold up to the other, you know, cool, unique, novel things that you're doing, or is it just a chance for you to show off your writing chops by coming up with something that's, oh, look at this world that I created, or this like unique magic mechanic that I made, or like my world is exactly like ours, but people use blimps instead of airplanes, or like whatever the case may be. And this one is definitely, to me, a story where you cannot sleep on it. It is definitely a situation where every time you think you know what's going on, and you think that you're just, oh, this is this story that I'm now just reading again, or this is, you know, these elements of this other series that I've read before, you're always wrong. Or maybe you're right.
Side note, Headski just donated. Honor to Headski.
More than Hetzky has donated.
Who's
True,
donated?
we actually did.
So
Hey, guys.
let me refresh the page with the newest one. So we were at 26%.
If you donate, let us know so we can honor you.
Yeah.
Honor to Headski and the Black Tower fashion.
Hetzky has donated. Ollie has donated with the fantastic caption, "Hey Twatcast, this is coming out of your Patreon donation." And an anonymous person has donated $25. We are already up $52 from
There's
where I
one
evened
for
us out,
Hetzky.
or we evened us out.
Here's one for Ollie. And here's one for Anonymous. Anonymous! Sorry. Okay, Daniel, go back.
No, that was basically the end of the thought of every single time you think that you've read this book before, you're always wrong. And even if it's like, oh, this is very
That's so accurate.
To, you know,
I've read it. I just don't remember half the stuff I need to remember, to be honest with you. So
yes, even on your reread, you haven't read this book. But yeah, like you do go ahead and get flashes of clear and obvious, you know, inspirations that Robert Jordan got from Norse mythology, Arthurian legend, like all of these different pieces and things. And, you know, oh, Emmonsfielders are like real world, you know, British longbowmen. And, you know, the fighting between Carian and Andor is very similar and in, you know, historical thing to England and France and whatnot. But at the same time, it never continues to the point where you actually feel like you knew the ending. You're always wrong. And that is, again, one of the reasons that I keep reading this book, these books. It's really just one long book.
It's one big, long turning of the wheel.
that's one big book. Like, you know, the comedic, like super thick books you always see in like cartoons that are like way tall.
Right?
Because you saw the picture where somebody like they stacked all, I think it was all 15, might have only been 14, but all 15 books. And like put a like relatively young child, like close to, I wouldn't say newborn, but could sit upright child. So several months old, I would imagine. I don't know. I don't have kids. Josh, how old on average are children when they can sit up on their own? I don't have kids. Whatever that age is.
They can usually do it by the time they're one. Some kids take a little longer than others. That is not to say that those kids are lesser. Some kids figure it out. Some kids take a little bit longer to figure it out. That's just how it is.
But the stack was twice as tall as the kids.
Thanks for asking me and outing me as the old guy.
It's not about you
having kids
old,
doesn't mean you're old.
About you having
kids. Light-blinded Taran ferryman.
Oh, you gonna take that? I'm sorry, Josh. Did you just cyber?
Look, it's not my fault that you have the pull-out game of Olympics.
Touche. Touche.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a full list of all the swears up on my second
Do
screen.
you?
So if I'm about to say something and I slightly pause and go, it's because I'm choosing a word carefully.
Do
I
it.
like it. It's
So
like
I can't promise I'll always remember to do that stuff.
I remember in high school, one of my teachers, while we were, I think it was reading through Romeo and Juliet, pulled up like a list of just all of Shakespeare's like insult words
Oh, those are great.
in like 3 columns, and it was just like create an insult,
So
and it would just be like you ox gobbling
I love it.
I don't actually remember them at all. I'm not going to try.
you can actually get
It
a set
started
of,
really well.
you can actually get a set of Band-Aids on Amazon that are Shakespearean insults.
Really?
It's great. They're the best Band-Aids ever.
So
like it.
apparently I need to
So-
shave my mustache on screen.
Apparently, one of us has to, and I just trimmed mine.
Tell you
So-
what, if someone, I am,
You be
There
very
was an offer
careful
for-
before you
I
get
am
us
going
in
to
a,
be very
in a bad
careful.
There was an offer for $2.
If someone,
$50 Canadian, which is $2 American, according
if someone
to Delusion.
donates $100, I will shave.
just the mustache, not the whole beard, just the mustache,
Well,
$200 will get you the whole mustache.
the whole mustache.
What?
sorry.
The whole thing.
You
$100
muscle brain cretin.
makes me Amish. $200 makes me a baby face again. And I'll do it live. I'll do it live. And that is Ashaman's honor.
Ashaman.
So
If you donate fast enough, he'll do it right here on stream.
I will do it right now. I will do it. If you donate $200,
God.
I will go get my clippers and I will do it right here on screen. And I am scared.
So
So look.
Delusion says 50 for the mustache.
You can let delusions work with somebody else.
I need a $200 shot. And
If you do all of the entire rest of the goal, I will wax my entire body on screen.
Imagine
Not
going out
right
and like
now,
going back
obviously,
to
because
work.
I clearly could not figure out how to do that tonight. But
there you go. Let's see.
all you need to do is like $3,600.
We'll call it $3,600, and we will give you a live video of us waxing Daniel's body.
They will come to Los Angeles. No, I'll go to Utah.
No,
And-
we'll do it in October.
We'll do it in October.
Don't get
We'll
crazy.
live stream the event. It'll be a party. It'll be a good time. Everybody have a good time.
Everybody,
It'd be good,
hey,
good time.
just be cool.
My wife.
Be a cool guy.
Delusion just wants a bail domain.
It's true.
$100.
That's fair. Don't we all?
$100 gets you a Bale Doman. And I will throw in speaking like Bale Doman the entire rest of the podcast.
See, okay, Josh, I'm gonna out you here for just a moment because I love you. You
man.
know that isn't a punishment, right? Everyone
that's a
here knows
privilege.
that you actually just want to bail Doman the entire time
It would
and
be
get a good excuse to do such a thing, right?
it
Dude,
would
you messed up the
be-
honey pot.
Damn it! I mean, light.
There it is. All right, Malkier talks. I will make the commitment that if we actually get $150,
150.
Josh already said that he'd do it at 100. I would do it for an additional 50.
So there you go. So if we get $150 from 2 donors,
Or
We
one.
will-
It can just be 150 from one.
or 150
Yeah,
from 1,
just
from no
150.
more than 2, from no more
Yes,
than 2.
No more than 2. There we go.
But we won't limit it.
Indeed. Yeah.
You guys just, oh God, delusions
I
of
have
Grendel.
a feeling
Oh, creator. Oh, light.
I have a feeling that we're gonna take and run out of body parts that grow hair to shave off if we keep this going.
That's what she said.
But we can get
Hey,
$2
you know what?
if Josh just doesn't call it like that.
I did read that.
You know what, Malky, I'll do that. I don't want to touch the face of the beard, but if we get a $300 donation, I will go bald.
Oh,
I can't do it right now because I don't have clippers, but you'll see it on Twitter.
Delusions of Grendel is donating 100 right now. Oh God. Okay.
Because at least I've been bald before. I mean, I've had no facial hair before, but I worked for this. I mean waited.
Yeah. You guys are gonna get me in so much trouble with my wife.
Hey, for once, something won't poke her in the nose when you go to kiss her.
Maybe she'll be like, "Hey."
Wait,
like
aren't we
that.
supposed to be fighting cyberbullying? Are we like selling our body hair?
Does this count?
So that we get in person bullied for how we look to fight cyberbullying?
I think we're doing good.
If it's his wife.
Oh no, that's just tough love.
Yeah, exactly.
I see no flaw in this logic. Someone get a white Aja sister.
we need brass
them.
tacks
We
of
need
what
them.
this is.
We need them to.
We need
evaluate
definitions here.
I'm refreshing the dono page, and you
I
better
know.
bet. As soon as it jumps up by $100, I'm gonna be like, Josh, go get the razor.
And I will. I am a man of my word. I will get the clippers.
Same.
I would hope so, because if you don't do it, it's on the internet forever.
Guys, we have now gone ahead and beaten this into the ground, which has been super fun. I am not saying it hasn't. I've had a super good time. Let's talk about our topic again.
We can't. See, the people that listen to us live know it takes like a message and a half, if that, to completely derail us from any thought.
Dude, it takes
true.
a single GIF.
Not only,
you're not wrong.
And
not
we're
only,
done.
I would.
It takes us 5 episodes to talk about Elaine because of GIFs.
Oh God. And Elaine is my one of my least favorite people.
Your least favorite people?
One of my least favorite people. Yes.
Wow.
So I refreshed it once, and it went from 1352 to 1402, and now it's 1477.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I shall return.
So again, to be fair,
I'm lucking out here. It's like the chat suggestion was 300 for me to go bald. So
it's true.
more shot. You talking about 3 to get through Avi? How about the 5 it took to get through Elaine?
Yeah, no, as I said.
So many baths. That's what took so long.
We did not talk about bats more than once.
Yeah. But seriously, and we'll say it again once Josh gets back. But that's awesome. Thank you so much for that.
Yes.
That is
Thank you
an
so
incredible
much.
thing.
You
He
guys
is
are
shaving
absolutely amazing.
his mustache, leaving the beard, leaving his head, shaving the mustache. Then it's what, 150, and I'm pointing this way because it's where you are on my screen, but I think you're down there on YouTube. What are you shaving for 150?
Doman, bitch.
Oh
shit, it happened.
I'll drink with
I
you.
also now have to drink twice.
Josh, we have a drink.
All right. Well, I'm
He just
in this
like,
boat with
could you imagine if he just reaches
We
up and just
literally
like,
did just get 150 from 2 donors.
imagine
So
if he like
I'm
reaches
on
up and
this.
just like pulls this and it's like a fake mustache. And, But before
And
you
there's just a
shave,
second smaller mustache underneath.
before you shave, we have to enjoy. You have to enjoy the flavor saving properties one last time because Daniel just took his drink. But we stand united.
And I'm actually going to be right back.
Well, now wait. Am I waiting for Daniel to come back or what?
Might as well. I mean,
All right.
embrace the bald. I did embrace the baldness. I went through basic training and they shaved me balder than I've ever been in my life. It was bad. I got a big old noggin. I just got a haircut today too. You imagine how crappy this is going to be if I have to
Dude,
go to
my
some
hair-
light blinded fool and shave my entire head.
My hair is, let's see. Hold up. My hair is, it's finally like, long again, and I'm happy with it. And it's just fantastic. Okay. Hold up. Let me
By the way, we're at 29% of the goal now. So Ashaman, you have truly been serving as
I just want to show you guys
as
I'm
guardians.
setting it to the lowest setting. No clippers on there. Putting it on here, right here.
Same. I also mine.
Oh God, here we go.
Setting.
I am going to take off my headphones for this so I can kind of see what I'm doing.
Same.
Here's and you know what? Cyber
Actually,
Smile.
wait, I should go get a mirror.
This is for you.
Yes.
This is what I do for the fans. I'm gonna move my drink so that I don't get hair in it.
Yeah. Can't taint your taint with hair, man. I don't think his wife knows about this.
Joe had to stop in for a second because he couldn't believe his eyes.
Oh, he was gonna kick you out if you didn't do it. He was like, I'm watching you. Oh man. Oh no, my mustache go nowhere. My deal is for the hair on the head. Welcome to Shaving Simulator 2020. Oh no, Joe, dude, you can hop in. Like, we had a topic that we haven't and may not get to.
Andrew, I hope you're giving like some really good commentary here.
Yeah,
here we see Josh coming in from the left side to get the hairs that grow in a slightly different direction.
I look like Abraham Lincoln.
Daniel makes an accurate assessment of how he just happens to resemble a young Abraham Lincoln. We can expect that somehow his Abraham Lincoln lineage was involved in the building of that wooden bookcase behind him. He wailed on it, much like the haunted memories of his wooden cabin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Joe.
Fortune prick me.
So I don't think you heard it, but Daniel's assessment of himself is that he looks like Abraham Lincoln.
Which Josh also has some serious Abraham Lincolnage going on as well.
Yeah, but you have a wooden bookcase behind you, Daniel, which I surmise you built yourself with logs from your own log cabin.
Which I also built myself.
Yes.
Joe,
you are muted.
I believe you are muted.
I don't know if he intended.
Let's recap about how much Wheel of Time you guys have talked about.
That's not true. We made comments.
I
would say we were at about 5 minutes.
This has been very entertaining. You guys are crushing it.
I mean,
that is all that really matters to us.
All right. So in the spirit of solidarity, here's the deal I'll make.
Oh,
right now, the donations.
No more deals.
No, because it actually makes it easier, and I lose hair too if it happens. The goal is currently sitting at 1477. The chat suggested deal was 300, and I shaved my head.
So awesome.
Oh yeah, that's nuts.
Seriously.
If it makes it to 1600, that's another 133 spread across however many people do it.
However many people be.
I will shave my head bald.
Donating.
I will shave my head bald. If it makes it to 1600, I'll get rid of all this that I just had trimmed down in a haircut today.
It's a very interesting tactic you're going for here.
Yeah.
Well,
it's gonna be a while before I can do it again.
I'm gonna be honest.
Let
with
it
you.
not be said that we do not be above debasing ourselves in defense of the others.
Well, and
Fortune
again,
prick me.
We were. I'm gonna be a little bit overly honest here for just a second. Before we came on today, we were absolutely like, "Hey guys, what should we do to add a little more pizzazz to our hour of
you gotta add pizzazz.
And we were absolutely very impressed by the ladies over at the White Tower podcast for their "if you donate this much, we'll take a
Fortune
shot."
prick me.
Fantastic.
That was insane.
What was it, like 14 shots or something?
May have died. Has anyone
May or
checked
may
on
have.
them in the last few hours? But no, it was great, and it was a fantastic tactic. Ladies, all the credit in the world for coming up with that, actually sticking to it, all of that different stuff. And we were like, we definitely don't want to do the same thing because that starts to get boring and it's no longer fun. Because again, it's just not new. It's not, whatever. But we couldn't come up with anything before we started. And then just very organically, Bale Doman just became two of the members of the Black Tower.
Good work.
Fortune prick me.
You see, Josh
I do
sprung
be from Ilion.
Josh sprung the drink thing on us. Like he told me before, he's like, "I've got something planned, but I'm not going to tell you until we get on." And I'm like, "Okay, how bad can it be?" And then chat sprung the "let's shave." Oh, what do we have? The Fellowship.
Oh my
of
God,
Four
we have
mugs?
screenshots of us shaving. That's awesome. They're in our Discord right now. There are screenshots of you and me shaving.
Does the wife know yet, Josh?
Not yet. No, she does not. She do not be knowing that I have embraced Ilianer nature.
Yes.
Oh my!
I will admit that again. I certainly don't want to in any way downplay what just happened. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I'm so glad for all of you. My mustache is the only thing I've touched since we went into quarantine.
Yeah.
So now it's just gone.
It'll be true.
Back eventually, but it is just gone, and my upper lip is so bare and smooth. If we had more time,
what's your actual topic?
So it's bullying in the Wheel of Time. More so focused on prejudices, especially against the gentlemen who can channel in the series. But also, we were planning on between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. talking a little bit about people like Nynaeve and Moraine who learn the advantages of not bullying people throughout the series. But so far we have 10 minutes and we have not gotten to that part of the topic yet. Because we went on a short detour to Ilion.
I mean, you got some time.
We do.
Okay, here's how it do be. Bullying is bad.
Agreed.
No, but you do have many situations, especially even after Saidin was cleansed, after they do be taken over many different avenues of these kinds of things. And men are saying, no, it's good now. Don't be taking us. Don't be taking us. And everybody's like, okay, maybe you're just crazy and you cannot understand that you do be crazy.
Went French there for a second.
Che Guevara?
It was a little bit. There's a little bit of French there.
I'm doing my thing here, okay?
No, I like it. It's
all right. It's totally fine.
Do you?
Great.
Do you? I feel like you're.
Do you? I'm gonna do me and refill my mug that is empty because of Daniel.
But the thing is,
I also need a refill of my mug.
But the
this
thing
just sounds like a good time for everyone to get a refill while Josh talks about this topic because it's a good topic.
Yeah, go. I mean, I can hear you, Josh. You can keep talking. I'm just going to sort of not be here.
It do be true. No, so what happens is you get a situation. I think Robert Jordan lays out
what had happened was
perfectly, where you've got 3,000 years of bias against men who can channel, and then you do have a particular scene and or scenario that do play out, And that's no longer the issue. Men
Correct.
who can channel are no longer taboo scientifically. Okay. Sidene is good. All the men are like, oh, it's clean.
No, and that what you just touched on of scientifically is the most important piece, especially because it is so uneasily proven.
Because I do be smart.
Because again, while every
you
man
be?
who can channel,
I do be.
a small
right.
number of women who have channeled with men are now like, oh yeah, this shit's actually this.
There you go.
Hmm.
I'll drink with you. I just refilled.
This
Nice.
mother's milk in a cup is actually fine now. And it's not tainted and it's not bad. Again, it takes so it is nearly impossible to change a first impression. And when you're talking about a first impression lasting for 3,000 years,
Yeah.
it is not something that is going to be over in the blink of an eye, but it's so important both in the story and in real life to get over certain things like that, because how do you move forward in the new world when you're still assuming it's the old world?
No, it's
Okay.
true. You find situations in which people are forced to reevaluate it to include other men who can channel. Like there are numerous men who can channel who don't even sort of accept it. They kind
Yeah,
of,
for sure. Yeah.
I mean, even Logain is saying, yeah, Rand, no, you didn't do that. The creator smiled upon us in order to
That just reminds me of the joke about it so reminds me of the joke about the guy is the guy is in the middle of a flood and he's on his roof and the guy comes by in the motorboat and says, "Hey, get in," and he says, no, God will save me. And then the guy goes off in the motorboat and the next guy comes along in a helicopter and he's like, "Hey, I'm here to save you." And the guy's like, no, God will save me. And he flies off. And then the guy dies in the flood, goes up to heaven and is like, "God, why didn't you save me?" And he's like, "I send you both a motorboat and a helicopter. What do you want from me?"
And that's how God talks.
that is
how
God
God
is from
talks.
Jersey. God is from Jersey.
I'm
pretty sure he is.
God is Mel Brooks. Please don't leave me alone.
No, but it's Robert
Sorry,
Jordan.
he
I
actually
feel
was
like Robert
sent
Jordan
you
has
a motorboat
the
and
most.
also a helicopter.
I feel like Robert
you
Jordan has
decide
like
to take
the most
stuff.
amazing ability to write scenarios in which he's almost like poking fun at the audience.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Where he says things like, there's this bias that exists for good reason. Men who can channel go insane and kill everyone. So really, we shouldn't be okay with that. Okay, cool. I accept that. Good. Aes Sedai. Yeah, they always tell the truth. But it's not always the truth you thought you heard. So just, be careful.
Let's take that saying, "It's not always the truth you thought you heard," as if the blame for not understanding it is on you.
Right?
I mean, and to a degree, like you can make
Another
that
bias.
articulation. You can make that articulation to
Be
like.
right back.
You can make that articulation to the fact of
Joss is gone.
knowing that you should expect this.
And I mean
And-
that in the forever sense, not the just physically.
Oh, he's back.
Here for the moment.
Well, forever was really quick.
Apparently.
But
Sorry,
I mean, you
continue.
can make
The
you
same.
can make that articulation that like, yeah, partly your fault for not assuming that they don't mean exactly what they say, but
Yeah.
it's also equally, if not far more so, their fault because they know what they're doing. They know you're not supposed to lie. That's supposed to be part of the foundation stone for why you're so trusted or why you should be trusted. But you've done the same BS light skirt style trick for so long that everybody expects you to lie, even whenever your oaths say you can't lie. I mean, how played out can it be before people are just like, nah? I mean, you have people that are so distrusting they won't even accept your coin, which Moraine shows us isn't necessarily the worst idea in the world because she will track you across the world with it.
if you don't want to be
Sure.
tracked.
Well, then don't buy an Amazon Echo. Jesus, just don't
Yes,
take
obviously.
the Tarvalon
Bezos
coin.
is listening to everything that I'm saying right now.
It's true.
Bezos is the Amerlin seat. We have now, that is canon.
Listen, sir, I will choose how Bezos listens to me the way I want him to listen to me. And if it's Amazon Echo, then I'll do it.
So you get.
Is that a question I should give Harriet tomorrow? And just
Please.
Is Jeff Bezos the Armament seat?
I mean, this is the first stage, so we need an Amerlin. It might as
He's the
well be
first one.
Bezos.
I don't know. I'm not willing to go into which age this is.
Either that or we're in age 12. It's 1 or 12. It's nowhere in between.
Yeah, we don't know how many ages there are. No, but when it comes to like, so you even see this in book 1 when Rand and Matt and Perrin leave Emmons Field with Lon and Moraine.
The amount
I
of
feel like
hate
we're
you
about
is
to get
so high right now.
some pronunciation
I
bombshells.
need to go
on-
clean my
Moraine.
pawn that I
But
cooked
you're
dinner in.
100% gonna
And-
get some
And
pronunciation.
Rand is like, shake hands with a Taran ferryman and you count your fingers after because and it's like it's so Robert Jordan does an amazing job of weaving those cultural biases in effortlessly. It just seems like it's like you accept it immediately. When Rand says, "Oh yeah, everyone at Taran Ferry, yeah, they're a bunch of liars and thieves." You just go, "Oh yeah, Taran Ferry, those guys suck." And you don't ever stop
Really?
to think about it and go, "Wait a minute, why do they suck?"
That's actually one of my favorite things because when I was reading the book, that one didn't get me, but the Tinkers did. That's the one that did, and I thought it was really unfair because like I read it and I was like, this is just a neighborhood dispute. The Emmons Fielders don't like the Taran Ferrymen. The Taran Ferrymen don't like the people
that's how you
from
throw that away. Yeah, for sure.
you know, whatever. And I was just like, it's not a big deal. It's probably just regional. And they're all just mean to each other because they're all basically from the same family, not like actual blood relation, maybe also a little bit of blood relation, but like they're just a big old family in the Two Rivers. And it's just like Emmons Fielders and Taran Ferriers, and they're all just kind of like bickery. But then like they talk about the Tinkers as outsiders. And I just totally took that immediately.
Like,
And
They steal your, they steal your,
they steal children.
your children.
Yep, they steal
the nicest
children.
people ever. They're like, we will.
They're
not
the
let
nicest
this
And then, of
people
course-
ever that steal children.
By
You guys
the
don't
end
know- you guys
of
know
book
Tinkers?
1, we have met Tinkers, and they're like, we don't steal
We'll fix-
anything.
I'll fix your pot.
We
I'll-
have dances
I'll
and the
cook you
evening,
some vegan food.
and
Yeah,
we
that's the
just
trick.
talk
They mend your
about the
pot, and then in the background, they're stealing your daughter.
yeah.
Okay.
Her soul for replacing the
Or
metal that needs to
soul.
be replaced.
I mean, let's be honest.
Soul
I
for a
don't
soul.
have any children yet. That is true. But at the same time, if I broke my cast iron skillet and someone offered to fix it like new for me, and the only thing I had to give them was my firstborn child, I would consider it for 5 minutes. Just saying.
And at the end of that 5 minutes,
Oh, I have no idea whether I'd come down on
okay.
one way or the other. I'd have to really, it would be spent sitting there holding each of them in one hand
you'd
and
be like, let me think about it.
determining
Iron
which
skillet,
one.
child.
I can make another one of these. I can buy another one of these from Costco, but this one
Yeah.
I've done so much raising for, but this one's seasoned to perfection. I don't know.
Is this like the Egyptian like afterlife scales of the heart versus the feather, but with a cast iron skillet and a newborn child or something?
What are
I like the way you think there, sir.
do you know another illustration of bias is the Aiel against the Karienin. It's been what, 20, 30 years?
But that one was proven. Come on, that was
No.
for a good reason. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
no.
It was a joke.
The sins of King Laman is like
are met on
20
the
years
grandchildren
old.
and the grandchildren's children and to
And
7
even-
generations.
It's even worse because it was like Laman, who was a light blinded idiot,
Boom, there he is.
and decides, hey, look at that tree. It's really cool. It would probably make a really cool throne. Let's do this. And everybody's like, you sure? And he's like, hell yeah, I'm the king. It's good to be the king.
Drink.
Did they even question him? I feel like they were just
Drink.
like, oh yeah, totally cut that
Crap.
shit down.
Well played.
Oh, you mean this
What do we give a
legendary
fuck about
tree
this
that's this legendary offspring of a legendary tree that's
But
a symbol of fidelity between us and the people
even-
that literally
We
made a
get
name for
another
themselves
one.
kicking ass?
We can get another one.
Andrew.
Dude,
Ah, yeah.
we are
yeah,
just
good call.
catching people in
So-
slurs.
But even Avienda
I'll just
is
drink with you, Andrew.
referring to them.
You're
Thank you.
you're the best.
You're a champion, sir.
You're an
But even
Ashaman now.
Avienda's referring to them as
Welcome to the Black Tower.
Oh,
killer.
this one
Oh, am I
deserves
part
it.
of that
Oh
then?
shit! Guess what the dono
No!
amount is at?
no.
1620.
And what is it at?
It's at 1620,
16.
32%.
1629. What? You guys are awesome.
You guys are
Just kidding.
fantastic.
So you
Thank
know what that means for me,
so
right?
much.
Yes, I know
Yeah,
what
I
that
do.
means for you.
And-
That
I
means
do.
that tomorrow I have to get up. I have to go to Walmart. I have to get clippers. I have to get baby
He
powder.
did. In all fairness, he did say that he couldn't do it tonight because he does not
He
have
did.
clippers.
Yeah.
That was absolutely the promise. So
Hey,
But I said that I would
Andrew,
go
this
and get
is
it
what
and
we're
do
gonna
it.
do at the very end of the 24-hour podcast-a-thon. Either jump on with Dusty Wheel at the end or with Twatcast at the end, and just show your shaved ass head.
All right. Oh well, I'll shave it. I'll shave it live.
Hey,
'Cause
whoa,
I think they want to
You're-
see the shave.
Oh,
Your
you can
shaved
shave it
what
live.
head?
That's
I like it.
Because I got to shave.
acceptable.
Where do
Joe,
when you say
Joe.
shave the top front, like is that like back to here where like my
yeah, you'll
Vegeta
just
hair
have really
goes?
old man hair.
Because I said I would do
Just-
that and powder it for a photo shoot at least before I shave the rest of it.
Yeah,
So
you,
everybody's happy. So is that like back here? Do I just bring it back in line with like right here,
Yeah,
Also-
go with your hairline there.
and then
also-
powder
Perfect.
like
That's
powder
good.
like
Yeah.
all of this?
Yeah, you'll be like Shanarin.
do it.
All right.
Just put the rest of it just in a little top knot.
There is,
Well,
dude.
well,
There's no hair here for top knot.
Not
gonna have
with
one
that.
little
That's
tie
it.
with
You can
one
jump
little
on with
stick up.
them and show your shaved ass head.
Yeah.
That's two, Joe. That's two, Joe.
No, he didn't make this agreement. That
No,
was
I
us.
didn't make
but
the
he's
agreement.
on
Also, I've been
our
drinking
time
every
slot.
time you say the normal.
He has
curse words
also
in the
been
Wheel
doing
of Time.
it.
So I mean,
That's
I need to-
I'll
one
drink.
of us.
I'll drink.
Yeah.
No, you're good. Don't let Josh
All right.
bully you into things.
Hey, you know what?
Oh, I don't care.
So
I need to
honestly-
Sir,
because I need to
cyberbullying
get some
here.
sleep and then
When
put Lan teaches Tai Chi up in the morning.
Oh
That's
god.
right. When it comes down to it, guys, honestly, we know we're preaching to the choir here because the Wheel of Time fans are the best fans in the world. Fortune prick me. You guys are the best, and the fact that we're
Or if you're
several
Matt
hours
Fortuona,
into this-
prick me.
Ooh,
Hey,
I see
no,
what you
prick
did.
Fortuona.
Holy
the
shit.
fact that we're a few hours into this, we got $1,600 raised already.
1629, sir.
1629.
32%.
Rounded.
I was approximating. Thank you. You
Hey,
smarmy.
look.
Yeah,
Also,
No,
somebody
Somebody-
donated $2 just to not have you speak in Veiled Dome and talk.
It's true, and he did stop eventually.
And I did. I did stop.
he fulfilled both obligations.
I
You know,
did.
there's a lag time. There's a lag,
So-
in the stream.
We at the Black Tower are always proud to stand for unity, solidarity, and
Inclusiveness, I would say.
inclusiveness.
Mhm.
It's almost like we're a very inclusive, like a community
It is.
against
is
the
it-
bullying of the electronic variety.
Are we gonna start the
Bullying
hashtag
of-
right now of Dragon Sworn against bullying?
I think you
You
just
can.
Dragon sworn, more like dragon beat that bully's ass.
did. Drink, Andrew. Yeah, you did.
Worth it. Worth it.
Let me work it. Let me
Worth
work
every
it. I put my
taint filled
things
drop.
down, flip it, then reverse it. No,
This
you
has
guys are
been
awesome.
so much fun.
We've had so much fun with you guys. We're so excited to introduce the next podcast.
Don't we still have like almost 10 minutes?
Do we have 10 minutes?
Doesn't this go
Yeah,
to
you
10,
got
like
like,
10:15?
Yeah, about 10 minutes. Yeah.
Gosh,
Oh,
the
yeah.
goal wasn't getting me
So
to
we're
shave
not
my
actually-
head. The goal,
You know
the,
what?
the time
Here's the
is
deal.
different.
You've got 10 minutes for someone to donate $200 for me to kill the rest of this.
Don't do it.
I don't know if I want to. I have seen Josh
That's
without
amazing.
the beard.
If that actually happens, I'd be kind of surprised.
I would be
Not
too.
really, though.
I mean, we're only
With
70
the
away from
zaniness of
1700.
The Black Tower.
No.
Are you really?
You guys,
really
so
surprised
there's
by
a lot
anything at this point?
there's a lot of illustrations in the Wheel of Time about cultural bias and
Yeah.
even bullying. Even Sen Bui, his crotchety, cranky old man, is like, he specifically didn't scroll the dragon's fang on someone's door, but we're
But he
pretty
knows
sure.
he did.
But we're pretty sure it was one of the buoys, right? Or one of the goblins or the
obviously.
gongers. Even that is an example. Robert Jordan does the greatest job of creating the most detestable people. They are. Nobody wants to be a Coplin or a Conger or a buoy. Like those are
Or
like
a Gawain.
those.
Man, that's the worst.
Gawain is an idiot, but he's
He does
But
three.
he's our idiot.
He
he's
does
a heartfelt
three-
idiot.
He
Well,
does three
you can-
really
he's a
good things in the
lovable
series.
idiot.
Don't do it over the internet.
He's
He
a
does-
lovable idiot.
Yeah,
That's
Gawain does three
cyberbullying.
really good
That
things.
is cyberbullying. Just go to Gawain and tell him to his face.
Gawain does.
You
Yeah,
make
bullying in
bad
the real life.
decisions.
We're not against real
No,
bullying.
no. Just have him, just sit him down and say, Gawain, literally every single one of your problems throughout your entire life
It's
have
because
been-
of you.
is because you don't open your ear holes and listen to
Yeah.
other human beings.
It's
If you
Hey.
just did that, you could stop so much heartache.
Let's not ignore this. Gawain does three good things: Blood Ring 1, 2, and 3.
Oh,
Yeah, those are
dude.
amazing. Those are amazing things.
He gets super jacked on steroids, and it just
The
doesn't
point-
go well.
And then gets dispatched easily by John.
Excuse me, he does actually do one additional good thing. And that is to get Swan and Liana out of.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
okay.
All
Those
right.
are
Okay.
those
That's
are
a
the
solid
four
point.
good
That's a
things.
solid
the
point.
Those are the
being-
only four good things he does in the entire 14 books.
As all of you know, the Black Tower podcast is a
Yeah.
brick wall where an actual brick is the topic of discussion and the mortar is the tangent of the episode holding those bricks together. And in this
Mhm.
particular case, the topic being bias and discrimination in the Wheel of Time. And I will just say again that Robert Jordan does an amazing job of snaring you in a trap almost, because again, we look at the Coplins and the Congers and we're like, yeah, those guys, screw those guys. But
Well, and of course, they're so relatable.
they're-
Everyone knows a Coplin. Everyone knows a Conger.
but they're still people. And
But they're
still
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Still
looking
provide-
at two of them right now.
Oh,
Wow. Wow. What? Did you?
Not really.
Come on, this
Guys,
is supposed to be
It was
against
just a
this.
really good line to say.
I'm actually
guys.
happy
Come
with
on.
that. You know what? I'm
We're
actually
so
happy with
so
that.
troubled and
For two
offended.
reasons.
We were
For two
supposed to have an
reasons.
hour and 15 minutes to talk about a topic, and yet we're having one of our hosts come on and say mean things about us.
Well, I mean, you can say they're mean, or perhaps it's just accurate.
It's just the normal
Or
old cup of Joe.
perhaps maybe you're trying to retake those words, and you're actually using them as a compliment.
Somebody donated another $100.
There we go.
We're at
Well,
1729. That's
Hey.
34%.
To
Yo,
whomever donated, you guys, no, seriously, you guys are the best. You guys are
You
awesome.
guys are fantastic.
Talking about bullying to you guys is pointless because you guys know. You guys already know.
the way
Man,
to
you guys
bully
are
and get away with
awesome,
it is to
and-
donate money.
We love you and you're awesome. And this is to you.
And by the way,
And by you, it
Melchior
doesn't just mean
Talks, Anonymous and Taffy B, you guys are all fantastic. Melchior Talks just put in a wonderful comment with their donation, which is so we can have 2 bales and a bald Ashaman.
Everything Robert Jordan meant when he was scribbling in his notes.
No,
Guys,
in
Kathy
Wheel
B,
of Time,
that's
we
Kathy
have
Bennington.
1 bale.
It's the singer
And
of the
many
Wheel of Time.
Ashaman. Yeah.
You ever heard
One
that song?
Bale, 1 Abraham Lincoln, and 1 bald Ashman.
There you go. I like it.
Only, hey, I'm gonna be a Korean noble or a Korean noble for at least a brief moment.
7 ages
There's-
ago?
There's no Koreans in the Wheel of Time, Andy.
Yeah, I am aware. That's why I corrected myself. I'm gonna be the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar of Korea, Koreans.
All right.
Of Korean and
Yeah.
oh, so excited.
Son of a bitch. You,
Oh my god, you do also recognize that you're gonna have bald head and I'm gonna be Abraham Lincoln for stuff we do tomorrow, right?
fortune prick me.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna
You'll be
great.
fine.
I'm
You'll
so
be fine.
excited.
You
Yeah,
guys,
for
no,
those-
thank you. Seriously, thank you so much. Like
You guys are gonna, when he said tomorrow, you guys are gonna see it. There's something we're doing with several other people. Podcast, you may have seen it or not, depending if you had time in between orchestrating this epic event.
Definitely not. but
Legendary.
Continue.
But it will be on the next time you see your boys in black here. It'll be on video on YouTube beyond this.
That's so
It'll be
good.
documented so that it's obviously not a one day or editing scam skit.
Indeed. And
Who's coming
and
on
Dusty
after you
Wheel,
guys? Oh, the Way of the Leaf.
by
Yeah.
the way, what happens at 1800 is we thank you profusely from the bottom of our heart, and we're at 40%. Nothing else happens.
Wait, did that just happen?
No, but
No,
Oh.
we're,
Close.
Not
People
yet.
are asking.
No,
We're
but
getting there.
Matt at the Dusty Wheel is
he asked the question
Yeah,
directly.
he didn't ask, if you know what I'm saying.
You have to subscribe to my OnlyFans to find out. If you don't get that joke, good. You're too young to. Or maybe
Or-
too
Or
old to.
boys.
Who knows? Everything is new.
Congratulations, shaving your mustaches on air. That was pretty amazing.
I don't know that that's a
was so
congratulatory
fun.
remark, but
It was pretty amazing.
I'll take it.
Well, we
Josh is going to
appreciate
stay in the
heck
office
out
as
of you
long as he
guys.
can
Yep.
because his wife is going to
Yep.
murder
I'm
him.
going to be here for the next
Again, we don't
5 hours.
know that, Andrew.
Okay.
We already threw out the fact that he may go and kiss his wife on his way to bed, and she'll be like, "Why don't you have this all the time?"
This is surprisingly pleasant.
Prick me.
But thank you so much. I know that we sort of already touched on it, but you guys are amazing for going ahead and setting this up. We've had
Oh,
an
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
exceptional
no-
time for the last
problem.
hour and a quarter. And you
Just
guys
went up another
absolutely
$10.
deserve so much credit and praise and thanks for putting this together, because
Love you
we've
guys.
had a great time. It's for a great cause. You guys are great people. There's just a lot of great going on in the span of 24 hours. So,
And you guys didn't miss
thanks,
any
Daniel.
of how our podcast normally is. It's oftentimes
basically
more
it.
This
tangent
is
than
standard
topic.
procedure. Yeah.
It's tainted. Hashtag embrace the taint.
Yeah.
No, but
All right,
final words on this subject before we have to turn it over.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Twatcast. You guys are awesome. We super appreciate you guys for throwing this all together. We've had a blast here. Thank you so much to all those who donated. Like, shout out to Delusions of Grendel. $100 donation. That's ridiculously awesome. Like,
That
Another
is-
drink
That
to
was
you.
awesome.
we know that bullying is bad. You're the best fandom in the world. Thank you so much for listening in. Thank you for being awesome. And that's me. That's your Josh from the Black Tower podcast signing off. Hit it.
So let's give it up for the Way of the Leaf. Some awesome dudes, awesome puppetry, just all around fantastic people. We had to surrender anything to anyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed. Daniel, you
Night,
got
guys.
anything you want to say to close it out?
I'm actually saying it right now with my donation.
Oh, okay.
He's up to something.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring the Leaf guys.
Yeah,
in.
no, please do.
Yeah, bring 'em
get
in.
them on in here.
They're in. Hey, what's up,
Yeah.
Oh
guys?
my god, it's a doggo.
Oh my,
Oh my god.
Look at that. This
We
is
love doggos so
adorable.
much.
Hey guys, thanks for letting me jump into your podcast. That was fun.
Dude,
Oh
anytime.
yeah, dude,
No,
anytime.
Hey, Joe, honestly, thanks for bringing us back on topic.
Sure.
Whether you intended to or not, it still happened.
But we appreciate it. And oh my
Hey,
God,
the whale
look, you guys,
here.
Brother Dan is here.
Hello,
What's up,
gentlemen.
Brother Dan?
Oh, it's good to see you.
Brother Zan.
Oh, hi.
Andrew, your commitment to this
Oh.
cause is fantastic. I can't wait to see that new hair.
Yeah,
It
well,
really-
you'll see it tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's
and
gonna be good.
and
All right,
you,
see
have,
you guys.
you have a
Have a
great
good
front
night.
of your hair. Bye,
Good night,
guys.
everybody. Thank
Wait,
you so much.
Are we guys gonna see you later? Is that correct? Yes or no? looking
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I sent you a private email about 20 minutes.
Awesome. We'll see you in 20 minutes.
Beautiful.
See you in
Bye,
20
guys.
minutes.
See ya.
Mwah.
I'm gonna give who, Brother Dan or Ryan? Who wants?
Let's give
to
it
be
to
the
Ryan.
host? Ryan,
Yeah.
Ryan, you're gonna be the host. Ryan, you're muted. I hope you know that.
I did
There
not.
you are. There you are.
Now you're not muted. Okay, gentlemen, I'm out.
Thank you very much, Josh.
Great
guys.
show, guys. Great show.
Indeed. Indeed. Fun. And raising all kinds of money too. You guys watching and you guys participating in the chat, you guys, everyone here, I'm thrilled to be a part of this, and I'm very impressed with this community and each and every one of you. I love you, and I think you're all beautiful people.
Woo! And we're gonna start this off with our theme song.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. Woo! Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys.
That's a different tone. I'm all, hey, everybody. And you go, hey, guys.
Hi, guys. This is awesome. So, Ryan,
Yes.
we are here for a purpose, not just to show off our cool eyebrows or our awesome mustaches. We're here for a reason, and this is to address cyberbullying and to support Cyber Smiles.
Absolutely. And I can't think of a better reason to be together. I want to say hi to people in the chat real quick, though. Everyone, hello. We love you. And obviously the cause is money. All right, we're going to get real. We're going to start shaming you.
Here's the hard sell, guys. We're starting with the hard sell.
Okay.
Ryan,
Yes. I have a
can you scroll
presentation.
these people.
set.
Yeah. We got a PowerPoint, guys.
All right. So why are we here? We're here because of cyberbullying. And I just want to go real quickly over some quick facts. What is cyberbullying all about? Cyberbullying is a real problem. Basically, 36.5% of people feel they've been cyberbullied in their lifetime. This is a crazy stat. 17% say they've been bullied in the last 30 days. All right. 87% of young people have been cyberbullied online. 95% of teens are connected to the internet, and 85% are social media users. That tells us that this is a pertinent problem that can possibly affect most everybody. We have 95% of people online. Oh, real quick. We have.
You're doing great, Ryan.
Oh, thank you. Well, I think it's really important. I'm really caring about this. All right. So, where are people cyberbullied? People are cyberbullied mostly on Instagram, and I found that surprising. I thought it would be Twitter, actually, but no. Most people are bullied on Instagram, then Facebook, Snapchat. I don't know WhatsApp. Maybe you could tell me what that WhatsApp is, and then YouTube, and then Twitter.
What's up?
All right, and this is where it gets real. These are the issues that happen when kids are getting cyberbullied. We can develop social anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts. All right, they can get engaged in self-harm. They stop using social media altogether, and then it starts affecting their class. It affects their ability to learn.
Right. If you look at the percentage of kids that are just scared to go to school, that because of what's going on with them there, with just regular bullying. Now put this on an incremental level that where everyone has access, and you don't have to face-to-face bully. You can just type really, really mean things to someone, and it still affects them the same. And we see that it affects mental health and performance in schools.
Absolutely. In fact, let's look at that real quick. We're almost done, guys, but this is important.
Yeah, thank you for hanging in there. But yeah, it's important to see what cyberbullying actually does to these kids and to adults in general too.
And the one thing we want to look for real quick is this is the main thing you want to look for in a sign for someone having been cyberbullied. Right here, it says stops using the computer or other devices that connect to the internet. This is considered one of the biggest red flags. So if you ever see a kid or a teen who had a life online and then all of a sudden stops and they come up with excuses, that's something you should probably start looking into more and help that person out. All right, and then we're gonna go on.
Cyber Smile.
Cyber Smile, man, I'm so happy to have learned about this place. Thank you, Twatcast, for introducing us to Cyber Smile.
Yes, indeed.
Real quickly, did you know that for £3, and if anyone could tell me what £3 is in American dollars, that'd be awesome. £3 enables us to offer one-on-one support to a desperate victim of cyberbullying. So imagine that, just £3, which I imagine must be, gosh, at least $2,000 in American dollars. That gives one person support. Like, that's an amazing little simple stat. Let's keep going. £25 will fund a 50-minute counseling session for a victim of cyberbullying.
Seriously, right, $25. $25 for pretty much an hour of one-on-one counseling. This is important stuff, guys. And if you can you just and know what you are supporting and know that this is the difference that you all are making.
And then for a big whopping £150, which I imagine must equal 150,000 American dollars, it enables us to train a volunteer to become a global support advisor. And lastly, let's look at where we're at with the money. This is what it's all about, guys. This is the money. We're at 24%. Actually, let me refresh. I think we're at a different number then. Holy moly, 35%. What's going on?
All right, let's go, baby. Let's go. I like this. All right. We're not halfway through, but we can bring this up. See, Ryan and I grew up on NPR a little bit, and so we are used to the hard sell when it comes to a fundraising drive, a pledge drive. We need you guys to jump on in. We don't have really much to offer in terms of shaving our heads per se, but Ryan and I both have agreed that if there's $100 that has been raised while we are here, we will take over the puppets and we will show our real faces and talk to you like adults instead of like scared children like we are.
All right, so that's right. So for $100, if we see that thing go $100, Dan's agreed to show his face.
Yep.
And then if we get another $100, Dan's agreed to show another body part.
Yep.
And then we're going to keep going like that, and you're never going to see my face. That's not what we're all about.
Yeah. All right, so I'll show whatever you guys need.
I'm glad you guys are impressed. The chat is impressed with my conversion rate abilities. The £3 does equal 100,000 American dollars.
It sounds legit.
We're worldly. So basically, guys, you can see I'm clearly limited in a lot of ways, and I'm a puppet. But I do know the difference between being assertive and being aggressive. I know the difference between disciplining and abusing, and I know the difference between getting in a nice debate, a healthy debate with someone, and bullying someone. I want to just relay a quick story real quick. I have not really been online too much until we started the show, and all of a sudden I'm online. I was watching Nablus have a video, and on his whiteboard he put BLM on it. In the chat, I just wrote BLM and I put an exclamation point. The next day I look at the chat and there are like 3 people who are like responding to me and calling me out. And the feelings that came over me were immense. It was crazy. I was like, what am I? And I go, man, what am I going to say? I gotta, and like
your heart kind of starts racing. Your mouth gets a little dry. You start sweating a little bit. It's horrible.
It reminded me of the days I'd get in crazy bar fights. It's the moment of
back in your Roadhouse days, friend.
Well, I mean, hello.
Look at that chest.
Look at that. Look. I mean, look at me, man. Come on.
No doubt.
I've been there and back. So, yeah, what I was saying is, the effect of a cyber interaction can have the emotional impact of a real conflict. And I don't even know if I understood that viscerally until I kind of got into very little bit. I didn't even really go back and forth. I've seen it worse, but for me, it was so immense. And then it was a moment for me to sit back and go, okay, this is what it's like. I can now understand why these interactions can compel children to grave action. And then when you add the cyber element, these things become incredibly public, and then there's a multiplying factor. So cyberbullying is just a really, really intense thing. I'm so happy that we're helping this cause out. And hey, that was a hard pitch. Let's go look at the numbers. Let's look at the numbers. All right, we're gonna refresh. Guys, make me feel better, guys. Make me feel better. Make me feel better. Nothing happened.
All right. That's okay. I figured you guys are just digging into your wallets. You're getting your credit card numbers. It takes a minute. We're cool with that.
Should we just keep going or change course? This isn't working, Dan.
Well, let's do a little wheel of time. So this might not be a very popular opinion, but reading The Eye of the World, to me, Emmons Field is kind of a bully town.
It is.
They are.
Go on. Sorry.
We have a kid named Ewan Fingar. Ewan Fingar, in the course of maybe 15 pages, there's the threat of violence to shut him up. I think 2 or 3 times. One from an old man, one from a 20-year-old kid that can clearly beat up a 14-year-old. This to me is bullying. I mean, Nynaeve in the very beginning is just walking around with like her peacemaker stick that she's just wumping old men and indiscriminately just hitting people she doesn't really like. These things are problematic, and I think that a lot of our Two Rivers friends, if they didn't leave this kind of pastoral, isolated area, would have just passed these traits on. They learned by moving around, by seeing different ideas, different cities, different things, and I don't think that this sort of discipline or way of handling discussion really flies with the Edmund Field 5 per se, as much as it does with pretty much everyone else in Edmonds Field. It's a little discouraging to have the mayor just use a term like Coplin talk, which we've talked about before, is a bullying negative thing to people that exist right here in this village, and whether they've earned it or not, it's still demeaning and just shuts down discussion and is its own sense of bullying. So I'm glad that, for one, that Rand and the boys got out of there, and Nynaeve and Egwin, because the example that they're being set, while there are some very positive examples, their way of handling their emotions is to kind of hit people.
And you see, yeah. And look, well, real quick, the chat's telling us they want a musical. I don't know what that means. I think they could all just pull out their phones and just type in musical and just have fun. But I don't. So apparently they're saying if we want to give money for the cause, that's way more important than the oxytocin they're going to get when we sing to them. Right, like if they want that, if that's like the bargain that's being laid out for us, we'll do it. We'll do it. I've been feverishly thinking about a song that's relevant to bullying and the Two Rivers. And if you guys can give us, we'll take suggestions. So yeah, give us. It's got to be topical. It's got to be something about bullying, and we could weave in the Two Rivers, and we'll go for it.
If we can rhyme the word Fingar, you get an extra point, I think.
Well, what kind of name is Ewan? Like already, Robert's like condemning this kid.
Isn't that the name of the Obi-Wan Kenobi? Ewan McGregor. Yeah, Ewan McGregor. It's a cool name. Yeah. No,
they're not the same name. Is that the same name, Chad?
Yeah, Ewan. Ewan is like moist. Ointment.
How do you know he's moist?
Moist ointment.
Okay. I didn't hear the tag at the end. I just heard Ewan is moist.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why everyone's hitting him. Just like get this moist kid away from me.
I want to be like pretty much everyone else that's been on. I want that mug flex. I got a Lannister mug to. But cheers, everyone. Yeah. To each of you. Thank you all for hanging out. It's kind of late here. You're all beautiful people.
All right. So basically they're asking us to sing the song Creep. And I think we should sing the song Creep, but interchange Ewan Fingar for Creep. So it's going to go.
Because I'm in Ewan Fingar?
No, I'm Ewan. I'm a Fingar.
Every time I try to talk, they try to hit me hard. Go ahead.
I don't belong here. All right. Hits me in the face.
All right.
Dude, I'm doing it for the money, Dan. God,
all right.
You're like you're the worst critic.
Check it. See what's going on.
What are you? You're the worst critic.
Well, yeah, I am.
All right, let's see. All right,
but critics, critics criticize, so I'm the best critic.
Did it work? Let's see.
Let's see. Hit refresh.
We're desperate. They lied to us.
You liars.
What do we need? I'm checking the chat. What do we need? This is great.
We sang, and I pretended to play guitar, staring at my shoes. Come on.
Wait, okay, they're asking for with arms wide open, with roofs now tied. I don't know what the song we're referencing. I don't know these songs. Shoot. Look at those arms.
Did you ever know Ewan Fingar is my hero? He's everything I wish I could be.
All right. I really want to make this happen. Okay, they're asking for a rap battle. No.
Oh, you're scared?
Yes. Oh no, you call. All right, do it.
What about Ewan Fingar? Did you know that he has a mighty fine car? Did you know that he went to the bar? Did you know he has a very cool scar on his forehead? You thought he was dead, but he's really alive, and he's got the jive. He's our TMZ of the Two Rivers. He's a little kid. He's threatened of violence. It hurts. Boom. That's got to be worth $1. That must be worth like $10.
Then I sing the hook. Don't hit the
Ewan Fingar.
Don't hit the Ewan.
He's an innocent kid.
Don't hit the Ewan.
He don't deserve it.
Don't hit the Ewan. Go.
Truth hurts, but it shouldn't hurt him. You should act like my friend Jim. He doesn't hit little kids that he doesn't like.
No, he doesn't.
He takes them in and he gives them a new bike. He says, go ride down the street, and he sees everyone thinks he's neat. So he wears a yellow tie and a blue shirt like mine, and he's got cool eyebrows, and he's mighty fine. He licks his hand and he sticks his hair. He waves his hair that you don't care. All right, I'm done.
Hey, brother Dan.
Uh-huh.
They asked for an improv rap. You wrote all that out. That's obvious.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm trying. Okay.
Okay, I can't keep up with the chat. This is funny. All right. Oh. All right. You need Creed? Okay, so Dog is asking for Creed. What is that? What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, is your hernia acting up, brother Dan?
Oh, God. I'm allergic to eggs. Oh. How was that? I don't know. I don't know.
What don't you know?
Most, if not all. Who's Creed?
Who's Creed?
Apollo Creed.
Who's Creed? Help us out. Who's Creed?
Yeah.
With arms wide open.
I know that. Oh,
help me out. Well, okay, wait.
You and fingers, arms are wide open. Yeah, I'm you and finger. And I shouldn't be hit just because I have a cool scar.
And I'm in a band that's basically the punchline of a joke now.
If you Google my name, that comes up. What a dick now.
There's basically Creed and Nickelback, I think, are now the punchline bands, and we apparently need to sing to get money. What is going on?
Yeah, there better be $1. Go check.
You guys are heartless.
Yeah,
heartless. You see it? You see what's going on? You see the passion?
You know what? It's getting
did a presentation. I almost did a PowerPoint if I knew how to do that. Look at these hands. You think I could do a PowerPoint with these flubby hands?
Ryan,
I can't work with this.
Ryan,
I can't. I'm what?
I'm standing in a pool of blood because we are killing it. What are you talking about?
What?
I'm sure it's there. I'm sure it's there. Go check. Go check.
We're getting a check. Okay, guys, we're gonna get check and then.
All right. Yeah, you guys aren't gonna be that disappointing. I'm sure you are
they're
not.
They're literally asking us to dance. Let's talk about cyberbullying right now. Let's talk about cyberbullying. Let's look at the chat right now, huh? Dance.
Well, dance. Did Matt yell "Eat fire"? I want to see "Eat fire."
All right. Someone named Twatcast is texting us and saying we're doing a great job. Who would name their child that? Again, bullying is rampant. Everywhere, Twatcast? That's crazy. If I was a teacher, I'd call CPS immediately, day one. Sally, Steve, everyone loves Steve. And then Twatcast? Oh my gosh.
Oh, and they're like,
oh my gosh, we need cyber smiles.
No, I think it's a cool name. I think it's for a kid. I would, if I was having a kid, it would be on the list.
No, actually, seriously, this is the best point. Chancey said we're cyberbullying Creed and Nickelback right now, and I think she's actually correct. I'm so ashamed right now. I'm ashamed.
I heard watched a very good interview with Monica Lewinsky. No, I wasn't cyberbullying anyone. Hold on, guys.
I did.
Okay.
I'm feeling so bad.
Okay, but Brother Dan is safe, right? I mean, all I did was do a gosh darn spot on impersonation. I did the best I could. Ryan, you're right. Ryan belittled and degraded.
All right. So right now we are going to bring in our special guests.
Oh, yes.
You know them. You love them. Oh, actually, let me real quick. We'll bring them in and then we'll tell why we're bringing these folks.
Yes. We got celebrities here.
The magical button. Admit all. What?
Bam.
All right. Well, that was not a big bam. That was a kind of anticlimactic bam.
Bam.
I see a red cup.
Gentlemen.
I see handsome facial hair.
Gentlemen.
Hey, you guys thought you had enough of them? You did not. You did not.
Well, thank you very much for joining and coming on back. I know it's late for most of you, and we're thrilled that you're here.
We are fans of shameless cross promotion. Oh, we have someone else coming in. I don't even know who this is. I'm admitting. Malkier, yes.
That's Rob.
Woo! Yes.
I'm loving the singing.
What is going on, guys? This is amazing.
Guys, we have guests. We had music. We better get some money in this thing.
Come on, people.
Get it up on this thing.
Dude,
do we get an A
rap
for
battle?
effort? That
rap battle was the best thing since Eminem's kill shot. Seriously. The best thing.
Who?
See, that's how much better you are. You don't even know who Eminem is.
No, the M&Ms. Like there's the red one, and then there's the yellow peanut one.
My writer says orange M&Ms only.
Orange? No, greens are for the home run. Remember that one?
I do remember that.
Yeah. All right, so I'm glad we all are here for the meeting. Can we all go around and introduce ourselves and why we're here? Just kidding. Alan, nice to meet you. I've never seen you.
Hello.
Hey, I'm Alan with the Wheel Reads.
Hey, Alan.
I recognize your voice.
Yeah.
All right,
Your
so why
voice
are we?
is so silky smooth?
Why isn't it though?
Josh will be here as soon as his wife finishes beating him for shaving his mustache.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's in person though, so it's not cyberbullying, so it's all right.
Correct. Yeah, it's just normal everyday murder.
Life in the Josh household.
Yeah, you guys did not leave that podcast unscathed.
We did not.
I hope not. I gotta look like this for like a full day, like a little bit further back.
So our show canon says that my mustache, I shave it every morning, and this grows back by the end of the day. I can't. I can't
that's
offer.
your 5 o'clock shadow.
That's our canon. That's canon. So if I actually offered to shave it up, like I'd literally have to buy a new me, and I can't afford that. So it would like cancel it all out. I get like $50 for an $80 puppet. That'd be crazy.
We're gonna need transplants all over my head for that.
No, I would suggest you do the Axl Rose and just get a big old bandana that's about the size of your hand and just cover it and be all punk rock.
Just go full biker with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just shave off that part. Take the photo shoot with the powdered forehead. You know, all of this forehead, and then take and shave the rest of it and bandana it. And
and just be like Vince Neil,
bad behind biker. I like it.
I think the cut for the Kyrian is like right here, like everything front. Like
I think so.
I'm close. I have a really dramatic hairline right here, and I feel like it's if you look at the circumference of my head, it's not much.
No, you can vacuum
almost
your hair.
like someone made your hair intentionally.
Yeah, it's like the cut is perfect. It's so straight.
Whoever is your barber just lines you up real nice.
I'm a self-made man. That's
right. And guys, I wake up like this. There's nothing here. This is all natural.
Effortless.
We got to get you out. We got to get you out in the sun, man. Ryan is putting you to shame with the tan.
Alan, have you gotten work done? What's going on? You guys are like, we're so natural. I'm like, Malkier, is that hair product? Jeez.
It is 8 o'clock in the morning for me, so
you look great for 8. Oh, you should have seen me at 8. I was like, oh my god.
See, there's those Eminem lines. Great for 8. Oh, bars, dude, bars.
I'm like, who are you? Who are you? God. Oh.
Hold on. Did you guys actually come in here so we could all have a rap battle?
Well, I thought that was price of admission.
No. We're actually here to watch you guys rap battle. We're the rest of George Washington's cabinet. You guys have to convince us.
We're the worst.
Your
hype
financial
panel ever.
plan is the best.
Yeah, I'm just here for
how
personal
topical.
chefing, you know?
You guys are just here to go.
Whoa,
snap!
You want
beatbox because that was requested earlier.
Me to shave.
We're getting requests to look at the donations. Let's see how we're
doing. All right, let's do it. Come on, guys. Come on. Fingers. I got my fingers crossed.
Big numbers, big numbers.
Trash.
I see 1806.
You guys.
I don't. All right, sorry. Shoot, we didn't know what was the number before.
1786, I think. I think someone gave $20.
It's gonna
$20. Yes. All right. So yeah, we promised at $100, Dan will show his face. $200, Dan shows another body part, and we might have to auction off. It might be a chat choice what we see.
TOS, man.
We'll have to go full on Todd, Ryan.
No, yeah, pull it up. All right, so
I'll tell you one thing I'm impressed with, like Dan with the tie, but Ryan with the chest meat hanging out. Like that's a good combo, man.
Well, again, another canon is I sometimes have a bushy chest hair. I chose not to because I thought we were in a classy event, but yeah, I sometimes have a really bushy chest hair. Just tune in.
I'm sorry, Ryan.
And it changes
in
colors.
what world is the Twitter of Time community a fancy event?
Every time.
Cyber Smiles, my friend. Cyber Smiles. Anything Cyber Smiles touches is gold. That's what we're saying.
You're right.
Yes.
I take it back.
Did you see the numbers? Did you see the numbers? Do I need to go through them again?
1 through infinity. I looked at them once.
What did you learn? Give me one fact you learned from my presentation. Or were you so happy with your show? You're behind backstage drinking, taking shots, woo! And I'm spitting facts about bullying.
Ryan, my favorite fact was that you make great presentations. That was my fact.
Here, huzzah!
Oh, you're like all meta, right? You just always see the bigger picture of things.
Ryan, you're
like to
bullying.
sum up things.
Ryan, you're bullying. Ryan, you're bullying.
No, he's actually just being
Ryan, you're bullying.
No, this is amazing. Dude, I'm rolling.
All right, we gotta get
talked
going.
about this.
Ryan, we only have a half hour. We gotta get going.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay.
No. Well, about a half hour. Yeah.
All right.
We're here for a reason.
We are here for a reason. Did you guys know that there is a campaign for a mayor going on in the Two Rivers? Did you guys know that?
What?
I did.
Really?
Tell me more, brother Dan.
I know, guys. You guys' acting skills are amazing. I'm Ryan. Thanks. I'm over here. So yeah,
Ryan, you're snarky.
Dude, I've had so much coffee. I was so worried about falling asleep, and now I'm like, it's activating.
Come on, baby. Come on.
All right, so we decided that arbitrarily there's going to be an election in the Two Rivers, and we opened up to all of Randland. We put out on Twitter, and we got nothing. We got a little bit, but we thought, boy, this is the greatest idea. And then literally, I think someone's like, "Hey, didn't we do this last year?" And then it died. But we forged ahead.
Yeah, we carry the mantle. What we were seeing is that, unlike the wisdom, the mayor is not a lifetime position. And so why should we not have someone challenge the mayorship? This has been a mayor for 20 years. He's the richest guy in town. And he's an innkeeper who pretty much just thrives off of tourism. So we figured, why should we not go ahead and just take this on? So we created a campaign, and we have 5 participants in this election cycle. So you guys, as our celebrity panel here, you guys are going to be helping judge who you think deserves to be the mayor of Edmondsfield.
I like it.
Officially, whoever donated gets a brand buck. Okay. I always vision we're gonna have some sort of like big counter, we're getting a lot of money going. So yeah, if you donated, this is for you. You get a brand buck. All right, so we're gonna go to the video.
Brand buck.
Our first candidate for mayor is obviously the incumbent. This is Brian Alvere's campaign ad.
Wolves, bears, a winter that won't end, crops that won't sprout, no storks at bell time, and now a roaring guillotine. Now is not the time to change our leadership. As your mayor for the last 20 years, Brian Alvere has the experience and leadership to bring Edmondsfield out of these difficulties. And now, for the first time, Beltime celebrations include a gleeman, a peddler, and fireworks. Bran Alvear knows what is best for Edmundfield folk. But you Terran ferrymen can just stay where you belong. Bran Alvear is the best for Edmundsfield because he is Edmundsfield. Vote Bran Alvear as your mayor. In the two rivers, the choice is clear. That's Bran Alvear. Paid for by the Wine Spring Inn. Why stay in thatched house when you have the Wine Spring Inn? Has a beautiful red tile roof, Tama Thor's limited reserve apple brandy, and the best honey cakes in town. The Wine Spring Inn.
All right.
All right.
Right.
So,
All right. So you get the gist?
Yeah.
Right?
Well then.
Yeah.
Well
Yeah.
done. Well
First
done.
thoughts. What are your thoughts? Brad Alvear for mayor. What are your thoughts?
it is
I
troubling
like him.
times.
I like him.
Oh,
He's got moxie.
You're feeling good about him? Yeah,
It's-
those are
it
good-
started pretty dark, but it got pretty chipper. Like the music made you feel good, didn't it? So
And honestly, the fact that he had such a catchy little slogan tune at the end. Ooh,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
good stuff.
you wonder how much it costs to have that made, huh?
You know, I do. I actually wonder.
All right, so we're gonna forge ahead. The next candidate is I'm gonna get better at this, and I gotta remember
The Thatcher, right? Isn't it the Thatcher Senbui?
It is our lovely, everyone loves to hate him, Senbui, the Thatcher.
And now a message from Master Senbui. Well, I've no like for this sort of talk, you know this. But something must be done. Before Alvear became mayor 20 years ago, the village council met at a neutral site, and we hashed out what's best for the village together. This horrible phrase Copland talk didn't exist. This was created by our mayor to divide us Edmundfield folk. I think that this so-called Copland talk is a stifling of healthy debate and open discussion, and yet our mayor throws around this offensive term whenever someone challenges him. Copland talk is not fake talk, Mr. Mayor. He's probably gonna say that I'm too old and that I've lost a step, that I don't have the stamina for the job. But I want to remind the mayor this. We Two River folk, we live by the land and suffer when the weather destroys our crops. The mayor has become the richest man in town through tourism. Now, you know, I've no liking for strangers. None of us do, really. But our mayor has been actively encouraging these very people to come ogle our fireworks and take in our gleeman, all to fill his coffers. The mayor has hired these extreme sorts of entertainment when we're in a time of war and winter not ending. This is not what's best for Edmundsfield. It's what's best for Mayor Alvear. And this must stop. I've no liking for this at all, but, well, it just won't stand. It's not right.
Senbui for mayor.
It's not right.
It's not right, guys.
Ryan, we got a
Well
request
done.
in the chat actually to refresh this and see. If
Oh yeah, I've looked, guys. The number's gone up.
No.
It's 40. We're 40. That's 40. We're almost halfway there, guys. Come on.
Halfway
Come on.
to where? Do we want to go there? Oh, we get a brand bug.
Oh, there's a brand bug. Earned.
Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, women on a chair.
That was a pair.
Okay, so we all see how this is evolving. That's one
Yeah.
take on Branov here. It's a little controversial. The next up for mayor is Machine Shin. Is this possible? Is it possible? It is.
Hello, I am Ma Shin Shin, and I'm running for mayor of Two Rivers. You know, don't mind all these sounds you're going to be hearing. I live with them all every day. You don't need to be afraid of these sounds. They're just screams. You get used to them. Anyways. Oh boy, it's getting worse. Was that a baby? Oh, jeez. Okay, so, guys, I'm running for mayor. I have a platform. I think the Two Rivers is being run by a despot, an oligarch, and I want to change things for everybody. Oh, man, this isn't working. Oh, I'm stuck here in the ways, guys, and this is what I live with. You hear this? All day, every day, screaming, screaming, screaming. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, well, like I was saying, Two Rivers, mayor, yeah, this isn't working. Oh, goodness, it's getting worse. Oh, guys.
Oh, solid, solid.
Very honest campaign.
Yes.
Yeah.
I give him currently I give him a solid third place.
He's in third.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't able to. Oh, take it away.
He couldn't get his platform out.
Yeah, right.
He tried his best. Like what we learned is that those voices are haunting him. He's like, hey, I'm a rational guy. I want to help out, and then the voices come. It's horrible for him.
But he does know the ways.
I can relate.
He
It's
knows
like
the
Randall
ways.
Thor.
But he knows the
Rational
way.
human being, and then the voices come.
He
He knows the way.
He knows the ways. All right, what are we doing on time? All right, we're moving along. Okay, we got
doing
two
fine.
more.
We got a
Next
half hour
up,
still.
We got. What am I looking at? Time.
Until
All right.
half hour.
It is 0258.
Thank you so much. All right, so the next up is Narg for mayor.
Narg the Trollop, guys.
I've heard Narg is smart.
Narg is smart. This much is true.
Oh no.
Sabotage.
Now is the time to judge how Albert has helped you.
Yeah, start it over.
What happened?
Narg.
Start over. Yeah.
Narg deserves a start over.
My apologies, guys. My computer went to sleep for no reason. I've been touching it repeatedly. I don't know what's going on.
It's 3 in the morning.
Sabotage.
Tired, you know.
Must be sabotage from the Alvear campaign.
Look at what YouTube's wanting me to watch next. Ronnie Dangerfield, crazy.
I guess we're funny.
They hear how funny we are. Okay, yeah, you're right. Oh, here we go. Narg.
Narg is smart. This much is true. Now is the time to judge how Albert has helped you. Narg smart. Narg. I'm going to use my normal voice here for this campaign ad. My name is Narg, and I'm running for mayor of Edmondsfield. Narg is smart. I mean, I'm ridiculously smart. I went to the best schools. I was the top of my class. I studied civil engineering and city planning. I know what the Two Rivers and Edmondsfield specifically needs. I have major plans. I want to develop indoor plumbing, central sewage. I want to use the wine spring itself as a generator for electrical power. Because, frankly, I am concerned with the Edmondsfield plight. We came in and I see houses that are mostly still made of grass and straw, and this just isn't progress. Progress equals jobs. Jobs equals prosperity. Prosperity equals more children for Nog to eat. But I promise that I won't eat any of Emmonsfield children. I'm sure it's just the bears and the wolves. Please, when you go to Trolloc as your mayor, thank you and have a blessed day.
Edmondsfield deserves better. One who follows the law down to the letter. Narg the Trolloc is the goat. Narg the Trolloc has my vote.
Oh, Narg coming in strong.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, there's some twists going on, huh?
Narg had some good points.
Yeah.
Valid points. Narg is smart.
You saw his diploma. Okay.
It was all on the whiteboard. It was all there.
Yeah.
Then again, the last time someone got elected because they said they could have they could make jobs, we got a plague. So I don't know if Narg is the best choice.
Oh, that's a different age, sir.
Yeah, no, there are no parallels.
That's Sinbui talk. It's Copland talk even.
Oh, actually, funny you bring that up. You bring that up. It's timely as all heck. But before we go to the last, let's check the chat real quick. I feel like we've been neglecting our friends. I didn't realize we had 30 minutes. I thought we were done at 12:15. Whoops. All right, so let's go back and look at some votes. We have some positive feedback for. Oh man, this is too much. Yeah, I should have assigned like this role to one of you guys. That'd have been way smarter.
Delusions of Grendel is voting for Trolloc.
Hey, Malkier,
of course she would.
Can you man the chat for us real quick?
Yeah. Let me have a look through. Come on then.
Second to last one in has the man the chat.
Wait. Talking about I got men behind me, so that's.
We have someone joining us. He might have been waiting for a long time. I feel bad.
Oh no!
Look at that picture, though.
Dang,
that's a picture of a political analyst.
We should refresh the donation page, I think.
Oh my gosh, who is this handsome man coming in? You guys brought a ringer? What is going on?
What is this?
Wait, is this going to bring us donations? Look at that face. That should just ring in the money already.
Yeah, come on, people, donate for that face.
You're talking about elections, and there's an electable face right there.
Okay, we got a lot of love for Narg. This person weird Twatcast name again. I'm concerned about the mom and dad involved in that. Yeah, so Twatcast says Narg all the way.
Yeah. I've
be concerned.
I got what's that? 1, 2. There's like 3 or 4 for Match and Shin as well. So, but lots more for Narg.
And if Twatcast would like to jump in, that would be. We'd love to have you, and we want to do a vote at the end. So please jump in if you can. We can't have Todd in here because we're spoiling things. Todd doesn't even know Mashin Shin exists. So
is Todd here?
So, yeah, no, we had a question about Todd. We have a first time reader segment on our show. It's been fun. We live stream it. It gets crazy. But yeah, so we're first time readers named Todd. We didn't invite him specifically because I made Mashin Shin, and that's this big spoiler.
Yeah,
Right.
Narg is electable and appeals to swing voters, especially swing voters.
Well, I personally have got a vasectomy at the age of 27, so like I'm in the kind of no child vote. I think I'm more in the Narg camp. But if you have children, he did specifically say, and his ad poster said, "Save all the children for me."
Yeah, but, I mean, it's the bears and the wolves, man, isn't it? It's not Narg.
No,
Narg would never.
Wolves and bears.
No.
Wolves and bears.
Yeah, wolves and
Boy,
bears,
they've
yeah.
been active. They've been
Narg
very
would
active
never.
lately.
I don't know. I want to hear what the Will Reeds thinks about this whole current political situation. They've been quiet.
We lost him in second. Hey.
No, I'm still here. I was actually hoping that maybe we had some outside candidates, but I think Mashin Shin actually is a good choice. Let him out.
Outside of reality, yeah.
We got one more. We got one more coming up. I think we all might change our mind after this last one.
You think?
Those are
Don't
strong
be
words.
wrong.
I
Don't be
know.
wrong.
I
Sins
like
was
strong
really
words.
good, but it was really targeted. So he didn't address the other candidates.
He just wanted to get
You're-
all of the Coplans and the Congers, and that's all he needed.
Yeah.
Well, and
I'm
he
a little
does want
concerned about that.
he does want to upgrade the architecture and get rid of the straw thatch motif that's going on.
Which
Is that good for jobs
We
in the
believe that
Mons
is
field?
we believe that is like an artificially produced situation where Bran gets the good roof and all the people get the bad roof. We think it's a classic.
Oh, it's trickle down.
Classic.
But isn't that the fault of the
Because when the rain,
Thatcher?
yeah, when the rain falls on the redstone roof, it trickles down to the other Evans fielders.
Well, I mean,
Trickle down economy.
yeah. And then if you think about it, that the Wine Spring Inn has been around for a long time, right? Like way predating the lives of the people we're talking about, right? Darren, what's the story?
Yeah, I think it's been around like at least 1,000 years before Evansfield existed or something.
So how does Bran get it? Why is it all said in Brands? We don't even know the story about that.
Yeah,
The
that's a good
richest,
point.
Oh, he
man,
won it in a duel.
richest man running things in a secret ballot vote. Did you guys know this? The Two Rivers for mayor, they have a secret anonymous ballot. The village council, they vote in a group and they come to a consensus. But so for the mayor, it's a secret ballot. So, I mean, that's obviously easily called in question. We're not going to go there, though. Nothing is relating to current times. This is a fun getaway from everything is what we're looking for. I'm looking at the chat.
No, exactly. But
Skeeter's
what we
here.
oh hello
Oh, sorry.
Skeeter. Hello Skeeter. What we have is a mayor who is benefiting off of tourism. Any gleeman or peddler or anyone that comes to see the gleeman or to see the fireworks is obviously staying at the inn, and it's benefiting the mayor. So we were just kind of doing a kind of exercise in our head as far as, well, what the heck? Why is this? And perhaps maybe the Coplans were mayors before Bran Alvear. And this is where the term Coplin Cop came from, was just this kind of whole slur, like a political slur. Like, you know, they were running against each other.
Joe Machin Shin.
Or yes, Sleepy Joe Machin Shin. Or
Screamy Joe.
Hey, get out of here.
Screamy Joe.
Or Narg Sessions or something, you know.
That's the most evil thing I've ever heard.
So yeah, so you would have like someone who is just perhaps being slared from something from the past, but because the person in power remain in power, it's now just become a habit to slur this person. So we were just having these little mental exercises of I don't know.
Well, basically, we're doing a reread show and it's taking forever, and we've been at Edmonds Field almost 3 months, so we're calling the depths of humor for this, but this is fun.
Yeah,
we're gonna
I'm
do our
pretty
last
sure
one.
that's longer than Rand was in Emmons Field for his entire life.
Let's hear the last ad here.
Let's do the last ad.
Last ad. Thanks
This
so
is
much.
Best for last.
All right, so this is a Darryl Copland, a little known character in Emmons Field.
You're ready.
Accurate.
Thank you very much for allowing me to talk on Two Rivers TV. My name is Darryl Copland, and I'm running for mayor of Two Rivers. Now, I may not be Aaron. I know there's strange things happening in the Two Rivers, and all roads lead to... Look at this, Thatch. You don't think I want this fixed? But I know a thing or two about what goes on here. Take bail time, for instance. How are we affording? I overheard telling that there was no way we could afford. Lo and behold, and all here for bail time. And who do you think invited the ace? And where are they all staying, you might ask? At the course. And who owns the That's right. Owns it. Troubling times indeed. Troubling times as of I promise to and
Oh my God.
I'm gonna.
And that's my platform. 4x4. Oh, what's happening here? What's happening? Is that you? Huh? Is that you? 4. What? You need to. Why oughta?
Please stop. I'm gonna pee.
Thank you. Let me put that. Sorry. Let me get this. Sorry. Let me. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. That didn't work. Take 2.
All right.
Oh God.
Okay.
I'm pretty
creator.
sure. Yeah, the chat was not enjoying the Copland talk censorship.
It's
Delusion.
it's tough being a Copland.
Yeah, the dog has never been more interested in the TV, apparently.
Oh, did we cause any problems? We're so sorry.
No, I just want to throw out there that if you hadn't censored it, it just would have sounded like an episode of the Black Tower podcast. So
Nice.
it's probably a good idea.
Man's not wrong. I'm not. It's not even a joke. Like when I said, "Please, for the love of creator, stop," I'm going to pee.
Thank you.
That empowering of an ad.
That was good stuff.
We knew we had to keep people up at 3 a.m, maybe 4, wherever you're at. This is so much fun.
Yeah, if there's people here while it's 3 a.m, these people are not going anywhere. They're hanging. They're in for the long haul. We can.
They better not. I'm on next.
They're going nowhere.
They get 3 minutes of beeps, and we'll just challenge them.
Whoa.
Oh, Ryan.
What? Oh, so okay.
Check that money. No, check the money. Check the money.
Check the money. Okay, we'll check the money. But while I'm checking the money, we have a request for a group sing along to Creed.
Yes, arms wide open.
Does
That
anybody
specific song?
Does anybody? Do you know the song?
With arms wide open? How do you not know?
How do I? I have a. I was asking.
I don't know what just came over me. I'm sorry.
No, and how do I not know the song? Because I have a taste.
There it is.
As I like when things hurt my ears, I turn it off and turn to things I like anything.
Like country
Enter
music
Sandman?
or dubstep.
Just like give me Nina Simone playing by herself in a smoky cafe over that crap.
Oh, I see.
Ooh, shots
I
fired.
see.
Hey, no,
You're
it's
an
all right.
eccentric who thinks they're better than everyone else. That's
Ooh.
what you
Puppets are.
That's
better
the
than
real
everyone else.
Copland talk.
Does your mustache grow up back this fast every day? No.
Do you have eyebrows that can make a room cry? No.
Do you have a mustache that
I'm
can
sorry.
wipe?
I'm feeling very bullied right now.
I'm staying out
Somebody
of the hair
donate
talk.
money so nobody feels bullied.
Well, I want to apologize to all the dogs that I cyberbullied with my video. Sorry,
Hey,
dogs.
well, how about instead of singing whatever song, I've been practicing in honor of
Do your dance moves. Do your dance moves.
No. Land teaches Tai Chi. I've been.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's all.
I've been
sit,
practicing.
Let's sit. Let's watch.
Tai Chi, let's go.
Are we doing? Are we following you, Dan? We're following.
Oh, we're gonna follow
Yeah.
down.
Okay, 2 hands.
2 hands. All right.
And then
and
you
then-
gotta.
I don't think my hands do that.
And then you're
I
supposed.
know my hands don't do that.
No, keep going, guys. Keep going.
Andrew's
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get my head in the webcam.
Andrew's reached Nirvana. He's floating now.
When you reach Nirvana, is that when I'm not going to make that joke?
Samsara. We'll go with Samsara. It's less topical.
Andrew, namaste.
Namaste. I'm gonna drink my moksha tea and pass out. Bump.
I brought some chai.
That was good. Hey, Dan, let's do some of your famous dance moves and let's name them.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up, Ryan. I'm known far and wide for my awesome dance moves. So I did have the You Can't See Me. It's the
Okay.
All right. Thank you. I've been working on the sprinkler. Hold on.
Oh, love the sound effect.
Nice, dude. Look, Owen is coming back. It's coming back. Oh,
you can even see the water hitting the leaves behind him.
Right? Do you feel refreshed?
I do.
There's so many inappropriate jokes you guys can be saying right now, and I appreciate that you're keeping it clean.
What you talking about?
I know the effort, you guys. I know you guys. I see it in your eyes. I see
Dirty
the
Mind
effort,
at
though.
Copland.
This one's called the shopping.
Did you just grab the entire shelf and throw it?
Is this Costco toilet paper?
Yeah.
It's the toilet paper crisis all over again.
Pandemic. We're in a pandemic, guys. I gotta get it all. I know. I walked by.
Brother Dan, that's spaghetti sauce.
Oh, I thought it was the Pokemon aisle, and I tried to catch them all.
Oh,
You guys know
Thank you.
that somebody donated money to fight cyberbullying just for the Creed song, right?
I know this is what's happening, but I don't know the song. What did you
All right.
guys know it?
Ryan,
Help me out.
I think that means Andrew needs to lead us in a rendition, and we'll hum along if we don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know how the song goes. Like, how are you gonna follow?
You're a
He
good
said
leader.
that
I
he
know.
was gonna
I
hum
might
along.
know it if I might know it. I mean, I don't live in a cave. I might know it. So if you guys start
All
singing,
right.
I might.
And
or I
Ryan,
might
there's actually
improvise. I might
yeah, no,
improvise.
Ryan, there's actually in the middle of it, there's a part where there is like a freestyle rap. So
Yeah, that's
you just
the-
do that part.
That's the bridge.
all right, guys.
All right.
Wait.
I'll start it.
Wait. All right.
That's a different note. Okay.
What was the hand in your mouth? What was that?
That was I have a little pitch.
Like a harmonica.
It's the beard Monica.
Karaoke scream, just
No, I was doing the underwater.
perfect. All right. You guys ready to sing for your Cyber
Sing
Smiles
for
money?
your supper.
We were willing to do.
Do we have the lyrics somewhere where like we can look it
You
up?
can pull them up.
Real quick,
Pull 'em
They're
up.
on
I'll
the
pull them
internet.
up. I'll post them in the chat as soon as I refresh the page because
we're gonna. That's a great idea. Also, while we're doing that, let's give Twatcast some subscribers. They have a surprisingly little amount of subscribers, even though they never post on YouTube. Let's give them like some subscribers. How about you guys go over to Leafcast, the way of the leaf, and give us a subscribe? That would be helpful too.
Right. Twatcast was pretty much our first podcast that we kind of listened to. Ryan and I kind of shared, and they've been around forever. They are the godfathers of this whole thing, as far as not only this here tonight, but all of us doing stuff. Twatcast kind of set the tone. They're deep into their second go through. I still, every time I look at Nynaeve's name, I think Nynaeve.
Batman.
That didn't get out of my mind until I heard the audible book. Like literally 12 books of reading Nynaeve.
Right. Nynaeve. So so we're really stoked. This is kind of like hanging out with LeBron James or whoever, like these, like LeBron James, exactly like LeBron James. It's like hanging out with him and his family.
Okay,
so we have lyrics in the chat now.
There we go.
there you go.
We have
Lyrics in the chat.
Brilliant.
Let me know when everybody's ready, and I'll start us off.
Oh, is this going to be like a karaoke that everyone at home is kind of going to be doing the same thing?
Oh, is it okay?
Yeah.
Is it
I expect everyone in the chat is going to sing as well.
Film yourselves if you're in the chat, and then load it up to Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever you're on, and share it with everyone. Tag us.
We all do it. And I want you guys to wake up your families at home singing with us. I know the song now. It's that song that gets really sad when the dogs come on. It goes, with arms wide open.
Oh,
no.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
That's
right
In the
idea,
Arms of the
wrong person.
Angels.
Wrong
That's
song?
Sarah McLachlan. That's.
All right.
Oh God, I love you guys. For the first time ever, Creed is being sung to fight cyberbullying.
I know. We literally.
Fates.
They are so cute and adorable.
MK is really not impressed. She's like, that is not the song.
Yeah, no, we'll get there. We're getting there.
Are we ready? Go ahead.
Can someone tell me who's John? Who's this? I've been waiting for him. I've been waiting for you to join us.
This is like winds up being a random person that found like the link somehow, and it's just like, and he goes, "It's my time to shine." They're singing Creed.
Well, I want
also, guys.
Yeah.
I do want to throw out there that to sing Creed properly, if all of you could do me a favor and just smoke an entire pack of cigarettes right before you start singing, that is how you sing Creed good.
Pretty much, actually.
We got it.
All right.
Well, yeah, hey, you're right. You're right. I feel much better now. I feel like
right,
you really hit there. Are we ready?
We have 8 minutes. We gotta get this. We gotta do whatever they want to get our ding money.
Well, you know what? You know what?
They want our clothes. Okay, you guys sing.
Right.
I'm taking my clothes off. They asked for it. They asked
We're
for
at
it.
1856.
Ryan,
Let's see if we can make it to at least 19, if not 2K.
Yeah, Ryan. Do not undress yet. They need to earn this.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Wait,
Hey,
come on,
give them a
come
goal.
on. Give a little
19K.
bit. 19,000.
1.9K. There we go.
Yeah,
19K.
Yeah, 19K is good. That works. Yeah.
Come on, guys.
That's another
guys, you can do this.
$44.
There's 30. Yeah, there's 34 of you.
44.
Oh God. It's happening.
Let's get started. This is what Creed is meant for.
Start singing.
Show me your
Well,
bad
I
tattoo.
just heard
Can you see the tears coming?
the
from his
news
eyes?
today. It seems my life is gonna change. I close my eyes, begin to pray, and tears of joy stream down my face with arms wide open under the sunlight. Welcome to this place. I'll show you everything with arms wide open. With arms wide open. Daniel, take away the second chorus or verse.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Have you ever been to a friend's house eating the food just ain't no good? I said the macaroni soggy and peas and mushed and the chicken tastes like wood. Thank you, everybody. I think we need to bring people in. Let's think about our friends. Thank you, Will Reed. Thank you, Black Tire Podcast.
Oh wait, we didn't vote. We didn't vote. So
Oh my gosh, we need.
So bring the other guys in. The next guys are following you, and then let's all vote, and then they get to take it after the vote.
I believe
like that.
Beautiful. Alex is one of my guests. Come on, hop in, Alex.
Here's in. Alex is coming in. Come on in, Alex.
Alex, you actually have to hit your buttons.
Let's see. A hero's
journey.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Come on, guys.
All right,
Come on, guys.
Drum roll. I want to say
Come on.
2% at least.
Come on.
Come on,
We're
guys.
selling our souls up here.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that's my
37%.
Selling there.
So we started at 1786. Do you think that we can get to 1886 before we pass over the reins? Guys, $100.
You got 5 minutes.
We've put on
We put on a goddamn show for you. Come on.
They did.
Come on.
And
Holy cow.
everybody,
Holy cow.
you donate now. The Koch brothers agreed to double your donation.
Oh,
So-
that's beautiful. And Soros too. Everyone's donating. Come on.
Yes. We're creating a super PAC right now for cyberbullying.
30 more bucks. 30 more
like
bucks.
4 against cyberbullying.
Yeah, against. Yeah,
Hey.
not 4.
Yeah, against. Yeah.
Hi, Alex.
Oh, hey.
How you doing?
Welcome to the madness.
Have you enjoyed this show?
I have been for the past about half an hour. I was sleeping a little bit.
What?
And then you saw
Sleep
that,
is
and then my skin just woke you up like the sun coming through your phone.
Oh, God.
Potentially the beeping.
Wake up!
I have something
It
for
was
this.
the Copland talk sensor.
I have something for this. Let me open it up. Show window. Hold on. We're coming. Getting closer.
Whoa. Is that
Take me
second
to
best?
church?
That's Voice Mod Pro.
Wait. You know what? We were promised a twat cat. We were promised twat. Where is twat?
You're on podcast. Come on.
We are. This is maybe the best hour and 50 minutes on
television.
YouTube.
On YouTube. On the
we
internet.
We gave it our all, and we get no twat. They are our heroes. They were the first podcast we ever listened to, ever. Literally, I'm not even joking.
$34 bucks.
I just want to throw out
before
there,
the transfer
Ryan,
over.
30 more bucks. Come on, guys.
There are plenty of times where I have been out for more than an hour and a half and put in my all, and I go home twatless. So, just saying.
So you're feeling my pain, right? You're feeling.
I
my
am
pain.
feeling your pain.
Let's go. For the sake of fighting cyberbullying or fighting cyberbullies all across the world, those despicable keyboard warrior cowards.
We won it.
seriously,
1886. It's a great year. 1886.
Oh, even $30.
And that 30 bucks is about 25 pounds. And we did read off that 25 pounds will buy a one-on-one crisis counselor for 50 minutes.
Oh, look at that memory recall. Who said the puppet just full of cloth?
So what are you going to
Somebody
spend?
knows the stats.
What are you going to spend 25 bucks or 30 bucks on? That is that important, and that's a good use of your money, guys.
I'm refreshing. I'm just refreshing. I'm like at the stoplight, and I want to cross to the crosswalk. What do I got to do? I'm clothesless. I took my legs off.
Whoa. Put my body on the line for this cause.
Dude,
you know what?
Show me your legs, brother Dan.
All right.
Look,
All right.
Hey, here are my legs. These are my legs. I took them off. I'm muffled.
Well turned calves. Well turned calves.
Well turned calves.
Definitely.
All right.
You are making Nynaeve swoon right now.
Come on.
Sorry, you are making
All right.
Well, guys, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you, Twatcast. Remember, Cyber Smiles, guys. This is a very worthy cause, and this is that we're just right in the middle of this marathon. So I want you to find more coins in that little coin purse. I want you to find a $1 or $2 in your drawer and give it away now. Come on.
Give it away now.
Give it away now.
How many songs do we have to do for you to give us $1?
I know.
What song makes you love me?
So we're gonna.
Fran
have a
Elvire
talk.
has my vote.
Everyone in the chat, we're gonna have a talk later.
Yeah, who has a vote? So Fran Elvire.
yeah.
We got
These
one
are
vote
some
for Fran Elvire.
Shameless power moves. These in the chat, singing and dancing. This is shameful. I feel dirty.
Come on, we gotta move.
But I did it for a good cause, so we're going. All right, we gotta go, guys.
Fran Elvire. We got one for Fran Elvire.
Mash and Chin.
Mash and
Bash
Chin.
and Chin.
Narg.
Narg.
2 nargs. Oh, 3 nargs.
I'm a Narg, yeah.
How about
Narg
Donald
ones.
Copeland?
Wow.
No
Narg,
Gnarls. It's Narg for mayor.
Narg for mayor, because we all know Narg.
You might want to
Narg smart. Narg is
ridiculously
smart.
you might want to refresh your dono stuff.
This much is true.
What?
This
We're
just
getting
in.
an
This
Not
just
much.
in, real fast.
Not much.
It
All
would
right.
be so mean,
Okay.
but so funny if it
It's
had
rounded out.
If someone took money away. All right, there we go. Hey, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Every little bit matters. You guys
Did
are
we get
awesome.
to $100? Are we supposed to show our faces?
We're close. No, we didn't get there,
you
so
guys
they don't
suck.
get to see us.
Just kidding.
Maybe next time. All right, let's man. All right,
Yeah, we
congratulations,
remain hidden.
Narg.
You'll never know.
Congratulations, Narg. Brandon,
All right,
I
everybody.
think is
Thank you,
contesting.
Alan. Thank
Bye,
you.
Enjoy
everyone.
yourselves.
Thank you, Mystery Jack, A Hero's Journey.
You guys are beautiful.
This is
Thanks, guys.
my next guest.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, you're you've been